nan.
Me I tell you, mindset.
Can you describe to me what your religion is about that you have here?
Oh, my religion is freedom, redemption, repatriation, do our one violent victory, that Ethiopia, that Africa, that Jerusalem, it's in that Sababa, Africa are a unit. We are contact, it's in Ethiopia, head, crown head, black crown head, and we are also defending Africa, well, nation well, kingdom, the time where government, and you show why, and the crown head, black crown head, Zion, heavenly children, Israelite, the black house of Israelite, of Ethiopia, royal sons and daughters, with the New Jerusalem, shall rise up to them in this last day of our Lord Ijahstars, Selassie, RASTAFARI, Fuljoy. We are here also to defend the own pure and modesty and pure Selassie in the moment at this time in spiritual blood. There we are. And also the work of the Honorable Messiah Garvey, wherein the Africa for the African, for those at home and us abroad, or where we are internationally field, where we setting up. The Rehoboam in this time, the house of Israel, in this time, you're not going to have no government as we see at the same moment. The man with the hour shall arrive before you have a government. We are waiting now for the hour man, where Queen Elizabeth to bring up here to all nations, our people, to prove this man in the country of Jamaica. We are man in the country, individual, no one to give no trouble, and no one to trouble him because that individual is on Lord, a whole Lord, as Prince Edward, the hand here, the red, black and green, the red, yellow and green, 5 points star.
Could you explain that to us? What does that mean?
That means it said when Queen Elizabeth they come here, 1966, as Prince Edward hand here, a red, yellow and green flag, a red, yellow and green, red, black and green flag also, a black flag also, and the black flag represents the house of Israelite, Africa, royal sons and daughters, are in the Western world, in Jamaica and the whole world, at home. That's the meaning when I say so, because these are King's house, and it's about to all the flags at King's house, before this man was there, Bedan was there at the time for Bedan dead, and say, when Bedan come out and say, what they done at King's house, in the middle of Majesty, the Queen, and the helper, Philip, all of them bow to the emblem, and the emblem under his coat of flag, the red, white and blue, and the red, yellow and green, and red, black and green, and black flag, show at a fold, and show one other envelope, more side.
Can you describe to us the beliefs, some of your beliefs of Bobo Shanti?
Oh, I try to answer Bobo Shanti. I couldn't say more than Mr. Bobo Shanti God, more side, It's surprised to me to say so, because the poor world was them, and them, so I could say so.
For instance, one of the things you believe in is like the Sabbath. You keep the Sabbath.
Oh, true. That is clear.
Explain that to me.
Well, the Sabbath day now, you keep it holy, Exodus 20, Exodus 31st. Means that no one to follow such day, do no selling, no shopping, no fire making up, no cutting a tool, do no tools in such day, and the one who such day, and put it there, and follow today, and you put to death. That's how you see you working upon the Sabbath, or that's in the hand of the world of people. Because you leave the commandment undone, and travel somewhere in the travel will. So that is the principle of a commandment when we go to the food this year, of it to the volume, the food this year of our Father, of our right. So the commandment of the Sabbath to keep it holy, not to pollute it, no time and no moment, to keep it holy.
What about some of your other rituals that you go through? Can you describe them?
Oh, a lot of that, because I go to a lot, and a lot of persecution, because right now, some of them say die when you all know of that, so, and that's the first one I have to bring forward, and then say you sacrifice a baby when you also know, by Glina. I just want to say, everything say carry too, but nevertheless, but I was here to know, all these things But our separation now, our brutalism and our views from the government, from bottom of the government, right back to the government, and to the same. It's just brutality, you know, this manufacture, you know. But it might come with a free heart, a free love for our people, to show a right, and bring for a right of commandment to them, to love themselves and love one another. Our Christ come out to love one another, and love one another how you love yourself, and make things be right among yourself, or that for the purpose. One hand help the other, you know, help the government, most sides. So that's it. Yeah. RASTAFARI, my Lord.
What would you describe what you have here now? I understand that, okay, for the most part, some of the members of the religion like sell brooms and that sort of thing. What is that about?
Oh no, well, I would say that's about now. As I said, to make a freedom of them oneself, a free living, and a free some message of fear, and you could live free from our fear and our sin and our hearing around us. No one to find if I know all are working free for themselves. They want to do so.
Is that produced here?
Oh, it's true. I feel I've had put out here. Such that, you know?
So you believe in a self-sufficiency type?
Oh, yeah, not in believe, but know it. That's right. I didn't know it, you know, it's not it, you know.
How long have this been here? How long has this
Oh,
particular...
I'm up here, this going now, 1970, I was up here. You know? And in Kingston, such I could walk, and all those places. I was there from 1944 in what I really did.
How did you happen to belong to this religion? How did this happen about in your life?
Actually, I was in camp working, a park camp. I'm very up park camp working now. And the Redeeming Father who lies in our flesh, in our people, come and search me until the same one that to go and redeem his people. You know? And really, you know, I was too quickly to run to I quickly to run to it. When she me some signs, you know? And I see some signs that I got it, you know?
Like what?
Signs that I know a building and if you don't have a building. And tell the man say, well, you know that man who fired that building? He said, I in the kingdom come and it was a word. Well, I do kingdom come and I carry it into the 44 years, you know. But I come out here, no, I don't know, I know, you know. But I was there from that time, from 1944, 1948, until 49, I left camp, come out here, and I was standing this day. But the representative, and very red back and green, I red and green, I went much of time, money time, I was not gone, I was a representative. But right then, I was a representative, you know, under my command. But a man has and a man flower, and a man cabinet, means he never take away a moment. Kings was also, when you put up here, and I have the flower, you know, the red and green and white flowers, and a 10 army, you know, working with the food, and the food really send out some, you know, sergeant, the talk to me and him call out in battalion, and for 14, we're going to man turn out, but when he reached me, I turn and go and cross the world, you know, so our match and them was well, in my own way, I tell my own way, and move over there, that's how the position, but I said, you put, and I turn back over, you know, time pause, the prophet is Jeremiah, Isaiah, the governor, and Carl letter John to them to the redemption of the house of Israel, light, and he refused, and turned back ready, and right in the halfway, and take a letter, where what happened at that time, when the letter is reached, it was a youth for the 1st of August, 1951, most times.
That's right.
Well, I am Monday. Well, this day, he reached back to here now, well, Monday last year, for the first of Africa, Jamaica independence, when they take over black man food, for on Monday, the first of August, and the first of August, they reach, all the time, we reach you food and insurance, everything. The children they deliver, come for redemption, but then try to put me at the moment, we come back in the last year, see if I have on Monday again, and I phone up, and I run up, but I run up Mr. Sierra, and I run up Mr. Sierra, and I run up the whole island of Jamaica, head of government, and the head of government, to bring me forward. This is redemption, and I am Marcus Garvey, vice, and my vice, and the Black Cry vice, if I come out one, and release out the people out of this country, and carry back where we are come from, where we birth land, Ethiopia, Black Africa.
So you believe the world is a government?
Oh, that's I the government in the world. I was the first government worldwide.
Now, I understand you have some special ceremony or a special week coming up, like in April, the end of April.
Oh, yeah,
What is that about?
No, most part of it, when the Majesty come here, I said, when 21st of April, the general keep up such time, just for charity and just upliftment for the Majesty. It's in every year for in Jamaica. And out of Jamaica, in Ethiopia, we do also. That's right. Very tight of it.
Okay. One of the things when you come in, you say a prayer downstairs and everything else. Why do you do that?
To mark the glory and the felicitation of the time of the Most High homage to also the God in us and God around us who they attended with us at that time.
Thank you, sir.
Rastafari. Well, and give all the world free, and they free, and those who partake it out, they come and partake it out, and we make it out, Just one.
So you don't go on any special recruiting?
No, don't go on special recruiting, Everything that comes in,
How large is your body?
Oh, at this present moment, I would say, a peculiar. But I say, the 4-wheeler is just my own, a black world, But right in my present, I would say I have 100, This is me right now. But with the things that look like open and all I'll cut yourself free. So I'm here to do so,
Is this the only spot on the island?
It's my island. You know why? It could be in that one. Because we don't lie to ourselves, So, and this thing continues too long, Why can I do, So try to come and sit down, So there's nothing to say one, and who I want, as one, So it was a good down, That's not right. This one come and do it, this one pay and you do a part, They don't pay me nothing. The salvation is free, we earn money, we earn prize, This is free to work free, That's not right. So, it's in the Seabed and all those in Jamaica and all those are the United Nations. And a man who was a representative and the champion for human rights in this country in Jamaica and physically, in this world. And international to the United Nations Seabed, physically in Jamaica, and a man who stands in international law rights to human justice, human equality, to the world of equality, they belong to the Black Christ. And that's not how that work could have been equal except Christ himself. And when Christ come back, in the new kingdom, he will here with us now, because I'm ruling now. Not the rule I am people who have free justice there, but through the evil world, over the world, we rule and we bring back the evil back to our attention. I and I could get out of themselves, out of them amongst them, and getting ourselves in our black world, nationwide kingdom, more side.
Rastafari.
They come on with no. You know much they come on because I feel in colonialism.
You don't watch the...
No, because it's like colonial imperialism, because that's Britain.
So the economy, what happens outside there,
It
doesn't really matter that
no
much.
matter, it's nothing, no? Because the nation world kingdom is something, because we are a nation of a people. No?
So you consider your
Sure.
world a nation in itself.
Oh, sure, and that is naturality.
Well, how do you exist then?
Oh, my existence, I said, it's a few bloom, and I just live out a few bloom. It's we are said, and I live out. You don't make no way worry, because Africa is our world. You know? You know? Africa, we see Africa, we talk Africa, we see Africa, we do everything Africa. Africa is our one bird.
So, you think your religion is one that came here when slavery came here from Africa?
Oh, true. I creation was. I was. So I could remember creation birth to everyone. I incarnation born to everyone.
Are you in contact with any African people of your same religion?
Oh, I don't contact definitely, and yes, I definitely, you know, I contact, you know. But my word, wake up all. So you know what I was there. So what I stand and tell them, and what I hear from my advice, then they hearken unto that is just right, you know. The black man have a right. The white world has no right. The white world take away the black man right and use it. And we work him as a slave. So we say we come and take back the white man right and give back the black man, because the black man was right. And he knew that himself too, the white world knew that himself. And when I had to go on back of ship, he couldn't help it.
Do you have plans to grow, get bigger, get more members in?
More true. I have a plan to get more, and a plan to get 7 miles of black side on the water there to go home. I won't take no part in Jamaica no more at the moment that man says sitting here. I don't want.
You still want to go back to Africa?
Almost natural. Then you couldn't stop me. Not judgment. Yeah? Yeah? So I would say who me in Jamaica, then the father, you couldn't hold the princess. They hold me to a moment I know you couldn't hold me for. You couldn't hold me for reality of all times.
Can you explain to me, the setup, the gentlemen are called Prince, and, the whole, how the church is set up, right?
Oh, you see, come up with this now, 2 prince, no? You couldn't get a prince that you have a king. And so they don't cry with the first king, and I say that for a ruler, and we all is the king, and we all was the prince, and also empress and was the princess and goddess. That's why this thing come, because the first God was a king, like the black God of this world. He was a king, and we are a prince and princess, Father God and Goddess, Father God. But he was a God and he was a king. So we are children. So we must be a prince and we must be a goddess, I know.
Okay. Thank you.
But I don't want to come to the right. Where does right, Where am I? Right. Don't make up the night. I won't teach you I taught anything about the wise man of gold. Because if I taught you that, I don't tell yourself. I don't sit around. When I tell about yourself, no. I tell about your God. Because black man will have a God. Because no man can create yourself if you say.
Oh, you don't think one God created everybody?
One man, First.
Oh, I see. Oh, you think one man created both black and white, but he created black man first?
You're first.
As our government, and we stand for freedom, redemption, international repatriation. See, that's what we really are here for, chanting for our freedom out of this desolate land still, to go home. That's not what we are doing. That's what we are doing here as an empress.
Okay, as an empress now, in terms of your function as a, as an empress? That's what I'm talking about, because we got that part already. I want to understand yourself, or your role as a woman here then.
My role as a woman here in this Congress still, is to stand within a black woman then, to live back a principle, right?
Yeah, what are
A
your
Queen Omega principle, right?
Explain that.
Queen Omega principle is that I and I, the black woman, are goddess of the earth. We were the first woman. We were the first woman of the earth, right? That means we have to come back now and show back forward a principle, that everyone could see, what I and I, woman, live, stand for still.
We really, what we really do here is that we not really stand in the back. We're up front, but the lords and prophets and priests stands out. We're here on the free and the unfree areas, wherein we stipulate whenever time an empress is free, we help the brethren in their area, strength to strength, and help in home career, like helping them get their clothes, the surroundings clean up.
Pardon a moment. And I stand together, all women of all races, to bring them back to a right to themselves, living to our divine principle, which is a 21-day principle. Like on the first day that you see a monthly, right? We are set apart from the rest of the foundation, from the rest of the family. We put up a red flag at our gate. That means that we don't communicate with any free one. Anyone who sees us is unfree, and we're unfree for 21 days. And when we're free now, we work our salvation, we go to the tabernacle, we do our little family duties, help out on the foundation, that kind of thing.
That means that we as women here still, we stand for such Queen Omega principle, such divine creation principle. True is that we were living when we were in yard still, and true we came down here in captivity there, you find us such principle that was want to I to take now away from us. As our father now, Prince Man will come back and taught us.
Happened to become a part of this. When did this happen for you and why?
Well, as for myself, it happened like this. Well, I have a family here still, okay? And we.
Are you married?
Well, we will not do with the married business, but I have a kingman here still, Because I really deal with the, paper business and things like that still. But the man said, for you to take on to yourself, a partner become one still. You see, so I need no paper for really, show out that fullness still. But I come here still, and my family come here still. I really come with a kingman still, and this area still.
This was a liberty from creation. We were from creation, the past of days. So we really have to come back to how it was. So it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the end. It's not really, I really say, come let us go. It's so it was. So we have to reach back.
How do you feel about your way of life?
Loving,
and what it's
living,
Oh, I feel
happy, joyous about it. It brings us to naturality. Let us see what is in ourselves, what was from beginning. It's it's inside of us, what we are showing, whatever you see with us. So it has to bring a joy.
How about
Yes, as she said before, the liberty, like you're born again, you're anew, And you can see certain changes in yourself because you come here, right, with all the ways of Babylon. You start to learn to purge out those ways and to bring yourself to a right.
And that it's man before woman, so it manifests here. Man always before woman. As you notice in the tablet, man on the altar. We separate it, we're by ourselves. Man is always up front.
you don't mind that?
Well, I couldn't mind that at all. I see that as a principle, and I love that, to know that the man always stands. I care what, he always stands. As it goes, man head of woman. So him have to show, even the littlest a baby, you have to respect him because God is in him, and he's God himself.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
As a prophet, how do you see yourself here?
Well, I see myself as a man still, what was trodden from that time still, as a prophet still, what the Father come forward, come make you know yourself, naturally know, start with a creational prophet still.
How do you become a prophet here?
Well, I was anointed by the Honorable Prince Emmanuel Charles Edward as a prophet. So that was the standard foundation for and I still priest and prophet after the order because God in three persons, the Blessed Trinity, the prophet, priest and the king. So without the prophet there wouldn't be no vision. So that's why I come to be anointed as a prophet now. Because I have to go out still for really declare of man glory and things like that for really, for show forth the light still, as you could have see the light for really know that I Father is here. So I give thanks still to really be a prophet still after the man and that really come have that divine honor still because out in the world here Babylon nobody even show that. So we are priest and prophet. You understand? And the man come declare that and make you know that I find myself.
So, is it something about this place that gives you a sense of belonging? Is that what it is?
Naturally bring you naturally forward to your creational liberty. It brings forward your remembrance of even when you keep in the Sabbath. Bring forward all of those things that you have really passed through forward. Bring forward that to your remembrance. To really see forward the divine liberty, what you usually live, but what I and I were living to. For this liberty is not a liberty that I and I just come and take up now. It was a divine liberty from that time till this time I and I were living. But the man come forward, now come bring forward all of the remembrance, you know, to I and I, you know, if we see ourselves naturally, you know, that we are from creation.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, my Lord.
Okay. Now, as a priest, is your function different than, say, a prophet's?
Well, the man said the priest and the prophet is the said man. You know, no difference. The only difference now with the priest, you know. The man said the priest carry the ceremonial order, as it shows in the prophecy said the priest carry the Ark of the Covenant. I mean, the priest would be the one who would go on the altar and prophesy, you know, within such fields, you know, while the prophet couldn't do so. The prophet would hold like the banner at the tabernacle and play the music, which the priest could do so also, but you know, within the going on the altar to prophesy within a ceremony, you know, that would be the priest's office, you know, to minister within such office.
What is your name, by the way?
Priest way.
What's your first name?
Honorable Oscar Lawrence. That's the name within reincarnation what I get at, you know, at my birthday.
I see. Now, does the name change after you come here?
No, the only thing we change to come here is your liberty, your lifestyle, and your principle. So the reason for this foundation is true we are out there in the world and we get colonialism and imperialism, that's the teaching, which couldn't save no one. We come to the foundation of Christ, who is the man who come to teach us how to make ourselves right. So this is a foundation of purification then. True, the man said no sin could enter into heaven. That means that the man set a foundation where we could come and make ourselves right, and make ourselves clean and free from sin, so we could enter into heaven.
How do you feel about where you are now? Is this something that you're glad happened to you, or do you wish to be back outside there?
Well, no man couldn't find himself at a better place than here at this moment, because there's no better place than here, because this is where the Almighty God, the Black Christ in the flesh, lives. You see, this is the Western world, and we black people are looking to go to Africa, but the man said only a clean hands and a pure heart could enter. So this foundation is where Christ dwells, and he has a tabernacle where all people are invited, so and I could come and hear the salvation of Christ and make ourselves right and go back to Ethiopia, Africa through prophecy and history. So when a man find himself here at this moment, this is the greatest place in the world and could find himself. Today die come and you would have your reason with the Almighty God, the Black Christ himself. You know, so it is a great upliftment to I and every man who find himself here on this foundation.
Tell me something about your diet, how you guys eat.
Well, we eat the regular food where everyone eat. Well, other than now through certain principle from foundation as Numbers 6 and Leviticus, which shows to know true we are Nazarites as Christ is a Nazarene, you know, and I don't eat of anything from the vine tree like pumpkin, chocho, you know, sweet potato, anything that grow on the vine, grapes, anything, and I don't take part of those. Like banana, cocoa, Irish potato, anything that grow on a tree. You know, and we don't eat mango though, because man say you must eat nothing after kernel and husk, which is mango. You know, but anything that from it grows on a tree, and I eat it, and we eat fish, you know. But now is Lent. When it's Lent, you don't have any fish. But when Lent is finished, you know, you're free to eat fish, but you don't eat have no meat, you know.
What about weed?
Well, I don't know nothing of
What about herb?
Well, the man said give us herb for the healing of the nation, herb for the service of man. You know, so herb is what the man provide for each and every man free of use. You see, no one could really come and say you couldn't use that. It's a herb, because that is what God put on the earth for each and every man to have free access to. But it's what a man use thing. A man can have some water and use it to drink, and a man can have some water and use it to drown, you know. You see, so no matter how a man use what he has, you see it. But that's, you know, herb is for the freedom of man. You know, through the powers of the man. He give us healing through the herb. Use herb as medicine, use herb as food, you know, for all.
Tell me about this Black Star ship now.
Black Star Liner.
Black Star Liner.
Well, as prophecy has shown you that I Ethiopians, black people, was brought down in the Western world through slavery by ships. And the man said the said way we came down here is the said way we have to go back home, and that is by ships. As Marcus Garvey had come forth and said it's 7 or 9 miles of Black Star Liner ship to take us home. The reason for this is the black man who is in the street and pushing the hand cart, him couldn't afford a fare to pay to go home to Africa. And Africa is his. And the reason why he is out here in the Western world is through slavery. So all heads of government and the Secretary General of the United Nations have to see these rights fulfilled and ministered to the people through United Nations Charter Article 1 through 30. You know, as Article 1 states, you know, every man have a right, you know, and is, you know, to act to each other in a spirit of brotherhood, you know, and to live upon the earth as free beings. And Article 15 states no one should be arbitrarily denied his right, you know, see it, you know, of as citizenship then. And as a black man, you know, I couldn't be denied the right of being an Ethiopian. So as a man who find myself in the Western world, who want my right of my birthright, which is Africa, you see, the heads of government should fulfill that right and return me back to my homeland, because I'm not down in this land because of my doing, but because of the doing of the heads of government. You know, so that's where Queen Victoria, when and I get her freedom, you know, August 1st, emancipation, gave £20 million sterling to return all slave children back to Africa. And until this moment, that right hasn't been fulfilled. So that is what we are agitating. That's what our sole development right here now for us black people. It's not for money, because if we get $1 million, that's no development to us. You see, because we are under the European, the colonial ruling, while we Ethiopians are a nation-wide people, not a commonwealth, a nation-wide people. You know, so I have to return back to our own vine and fig tree. You know, each and every man, Africa for the Africans, India for the Indians, China for the Chinese, you know. Egypt, Jamaica is for the Arawak Indians, because this is Arawak Indian land. They have a right to their land. So every man has a right to his possession. So the man said, until each and every man return back to his possession, there will be no world peace. So that's the only way to bring forth a world peace. Give back every man his rightful birthright. That means the black man will be working for himself, the Indian man will be working for himself, everyone will be working for himself, and everyone would share a mutual, oneness amongst themselves as a nation, as a people.
Thank you.
So give thanks. Bless you.
The rest of you still have service?
Yeah, service going right until 12 o'clock. So that's the only thing we're here for, salvation. The reason why we do other things is choose naturally have to eat. But to come around and move around and see and know what we are dealing with. If is not right, it couldn't be Christ, because Christ is right. I mean, if one could find a fault with something, it couldn't be of God, because God is perfect in his sayings and his doings. So this foundation is just a foundation of right.
And I come down, now I come down to no one, no? Yeah? You see? I would say, I love vision. And I love vision of myself, knowing I refer to Christ.
You got a vision of yourself.
I refer to Christ. So a vision of myself approved the role of black supremacy children of the prison apostles. They were in Christ days or in this also in the time in Christ fulfilling Christ the kingdom. So in a vision of ourselves, a vision of a network of ourselves spiritually, knowing how we refer Christ upon the face of the earth. In other words, ourselves, we refer birds. We refer birds upon earth as human being upon the face of the earth. Before any other nation come upon earth. Definitely, the white world or the white nation come from the black man. The black man are all people. They are the black man in dark and sun, the white world. The white world can claim us in dark and from the sun we can't do.
So all the priests and prophets that are around you claim you as the Black Christ.
Oh, sure. That's right. And I came as I son of God also. That's right. We have one for us. You misunderstand. You will misunderstand. Anyone who comes and says, I Christ come back any spirit is the Antichrist. That's misunderstanding, you know. For people. Anyone who comes and says, I Christ come back any place is a man of God. It's a different word. One carry life and one carry death. And the word is the other word no, is the word no. The word in John Epistle 4, first
different things.
First John 4 show you in the first verse and the second verse all these things were in the world, so the world already. And I see that. The world in our churches then appear. Why am I appear? Because I appear to one God in flesh. So I appear in spirit alone. You don't come in flesh. And Christ says, condemn no one unless no one condemn you. So if I didn't say the Son of God, you're just the Son of God. You say again, when you say one, you say him Christ. No man can be that word. You will practice in the history. What I know. So I knew the sons of the living God and daughters, God and goddess of the earth. But I for Father, why were you falling? I know it will come back from the earth, not by gun, not by sword, but by word, sound, and power. By giving back our life. That's it. So why? Better the matter and sin, better the nation, and sin bring other people, to the truth. At this time. Obviously right now, So in this time, I know the black world nation of people, or the world, poor and have not, the United States serve violency, between the full other security, rights to themselves, and serving nation and principle of God and goddess of the world. When we go I will find, when we go, I will find people before we come to slavery. It was the mighty God of Zion, the about Zion, that is Ethiopia, first, before Victoria, when they were expelled us. And take us all as slaves, and we also in Jamaica all over the world, and to this day.
All right, Junkie, you finished? Lean down your window here. Oh. Yeah.
Me I tell you, mindset.
Right.
In your mind, why you decided to become a Bobo Shanti?
Well, when I was out there still, that tried under the feet of Rastafari. Yet I was only looking to the emperor still, the king of kings. But yet, man, they never know that Christ is the first Rasta man. And you'd have to have Christ down here in Jamaica, where Rasta did even come rise within this dispensation. So I did ever seek a elder then, to even follow within the way of right still. Well, I never see any other one out there because 12 tribe, them not deal with the right then still, them get a whole heap of people, but them don't carry no principle, nor orthodox or any of them. It's just Bobo Shanti, I say, I carry the principle, of Father Moses tradition, laws and principle, the Sabbath, so.
Yeah, what are some of the principles that you found here?
Well, the first principle that we whole life still is the Sabbath, 6-day labor and 7-day rest. And the only Rasta man them here, they say, we keep the Sabbath. That's the first thing why I know say I must do the truth this, because every other one they put down the Sabbath and you have gambling and dance and them things upon the 7th day. And I come say one man, the right honorable Prince Emmanuel, I see it up on the day. Yeah. So the first thing we really draw eye close to the man, it and the Black Supremacy book.
Were you a religious person before all of this?
True, I'm from a youth still I see God, But I had to turn from the Jesus something from them. I tell you, say you have to dead to see him and you can't see God. And that, I never too whole lie. Because I know, say, well, if I have a God, I suppose you can talk to him spiritually and temporally still. So the Jesus thing never too whole lie. So when I come here of Emperor Haile Selassie, a man where I see a church show and the powers of the man and even prophecy come show Revelation 5 of the conquering lion. I had to hold on to His Majesty, and even Honorable Marcus Garvey, through the man they come show African redemption. And then I come see the dreadlocks, man, Prince Emmanuel, I had to hold on to the man there also. So I never see God, so that's why, it is easy for I to come to the Black Christ.
Explain to me the robe and the reason why you wear the robe and the turban.
Well, as Ethiopian, I tradition, even there as a scholar supposed to know that. I Ethiopian, I always tie in head and wear robe, because through the pants and shirt of the European lifestyle, it's slavery, bring as black people to pants and shirt. So the ancient tradition of Ethiopian then, black people, a robe and turban, So that's that, the ancient tradition of Ethiopian. Like how Britain pants and shirts are just for them clothes, and I clothes this. When I reach home, I go say I no pants and shirt at all. Whatever we're doing, we have a robe for every occasion, So that's the tradition I return to.
Okay, thank you, sir.
True. If thanks.
What is your name?
My name is Priest Fligo.
Priest
Fligo.
Fligo, okay. Now, Priest Fligo, what was it about the outside world that turned you off why you decided to become a Bobo Shanti?
No, well, you say I is a Ethiopian, and to the Western world teachment, So I see the adoption teachment are going out there, I would have to live out of the world, China father say I'm in the world, but not of the world, but the world to come, is in Chamodza in Africa. So I have to live out the teachment of the white world, is it? And come to this tradition. So
I wrote found a leader, God and King on the black Christ in place. One principle of the black Congress, stand land each and every man and woman on the back is our urban, a The man said first peacemaker upon the earth now, the first to the light and the black man and black woman, you know. So I have to give thanks, you know. But Ethiopia, Africa, you know. To the Lord, for He is good.
Come and speak words now, and so we have the man temporal with us now. And now we don't turn over the floor now, and this was mighty, you know, international guest now. Power, our Imperial Majesty, Niceness, Jamaica, 1966. In this day month, going on the earth, and now we are in the anniversary of him here now because the word spiritual and temporal. The Dietary also 500 of Italy. And president of Christian pastors, and also getting around us to put in this wonderful moment, our Imperial Majesty celebration anniversary, the second of this moment when it starts is 98 January, at this moment, every time to put in Almighty word that's the power, the Ethiopia sunroom, that sunroom, the Royal sun and the scatter, for the four of the earth. They set down the citizens of our Ethiopia and come down Egypt to see and witness and kill the children. They tell about Ethiopia to the future, in the time just future coming out. So, we get it down by pastor in this Congress, to do it international Congress, we did the command, but international world kingdom, of the national people, and also the Greater World Kingdom, because we are a Stonehenge, and we are a kingdom, and we are Jerusalem schoolroom, in this time when we go from the slavery, before we do a secretary there, and we are out and we don't come back again, but we are about now to make it in our time there. By the moment they get over Ethiopia, go here, we are Ethiopia, we don't change more time. So our majesty returned, they from here, and when we round, I yesterday, land between 1 to 2, when we are traveling, when we land they come here, I step back to the moment when the land of Nigeria and the story come, and when everyone, and the moment the story come, and the Dietary son, there was everyone in that moment more time.
Recording in progress.
To the chair, my lord. Quickly, I just want to follow up on one thing that Priest Knuckles said.
Yeah.
I want to add to what he just said in the context of Haile Selassie the First would always carry on. Are you hearing me?
Whenever priest in our ear.
Yeah.
Anyone
I'm
hearing
saying,
me?
Yes, I
we
hear
hearing
you.
you.
We're
You're
hearing the
not
priest
hearing I.
clearly.
And I was saying now that Haile Selassie the First always would speak on international morality and, unity of all humans. But in regards to the OAU, when it was formed, it was also formed for African entities with liberation leaders. That means the forming of it, the strategy that the emperor formulated was to get the three blocks together to create a unit. Monrovia, Casablanca, and Brazzaville. And that took strategic planning. But it was all about the Africans coming together to form the OAU. And one of the constitutional articles state that to govern their own affairs, to deal with their own internal problems, common problems. See? So that is what we are standing. That is the premise on which we are standing and defending what we are defending when we say we are the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress. Just like the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Their names depict their function, and it has nothing to do with what they are trying to propagate out there. You understand? Because it's the same way none of I and I can be a part of the protocols of elders of Zion, the Jewish fraternity.
That's right.
You understand? So that's all. It's an equal rights and justice act that governs and gives us the right to defend that. See? Yeah, give thanks.
And no matter how much we could even be sympathetic to the Jewish cause, we couldn't be a member of that, right, my lad?
Exactly. You can spend your money, you can go there and placard with them and demonstrate with them. But when they sit around their table to discuss their private affairs, their holies of holies is closer from I and I, from any outside interaction. And they have that right. There's nothing wrong with that. We try to make this true how the world run today. We kind of make
That's
those
right.
things like something wrong. No, as long as everyone has that right, it is not wrong. It is when that right is withheld from someone's that it becomes an injustice. Blessed.
My lord. So, and we're going see someone going to the chair?
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Oh, Empress Cindy have up your hand too, right? Yes, Empress?
Correct. But finish your thought. Finish your thought.
Okay. What I was saying, Honorable Priest Doggy, that's how you put it over. You think under the panel, you think it will be wise for we to start even meditate on such a letter that the honor could give the Honorable Priest in due time? We don't have to do it now, but we can start draft it up in our heavens.
Well, pleadie through the chair. Pleadie through the chair, if I may speak. I did what you would say, save an email where I could send give the item where you could contact them, straight. Said we.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the chair, Honorable. To the
Yes,
chair.
Honorable, please. Yes, sir.
The same thing I was about to say, that the Virgin just said,
Okay.
we would like his inclusion in the narrative, in drafting narrative, but there is a general, just like we supposed to also have, there's a general email that you submit your documentation to.
Okay.
Yeah, that is on their side. And we just have to follow the directives, the directions that them give, and then you just submit.
Move from there. Okay. Empress Cindy, go ahead.
Lots of love, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for the reason through. And as far as the reasoning, I in regards to what Priest Dougie just uttered, I am in agreement with him. However, I don't think that the word race and ethnicity should be used interchangeably because they don't mean the same thing. And if you're referring to ethnicity, then all of us on this panel here and all of us within the E.A.B.I.C are multi-ethnic people based on our ancestry and so forth. So I do agree that we should only, be representative of Black people. Like the face should be Black, just like Priest Knuckles said. But as far as ethnicity, we are all made up of different ethnic groups. If we take a look at ourselves and we know, that's what it is. That's all I had to share. Give thanks.
Give thanks, Empress, Majesty. So I kind of reason that's why I wanted to bring it first, so that the priest could have been able to express himself and we could have an understanding. So any other comment on that point before we move on?
Okay. For the chair.
Go ahead and have a priest Nappy.
Unmute your mic, Priest Nappy.
Okay. Is it saying is with these information going around, I am praying and hoping that it gets in the right hand to give a proper response with. We can't just make anyone get all or like for instance, them going to that conference and then giving them information for the headquarters. And we need to make sure say the correspondence with them is from I, the Ella per se. Yes. With a conscious mind that will handle it consciously and not on just a religious basis or simple-minded basis and things will make it look like we're a fool and idiots.
Yes,
respond. So we have to be careful of who and it gets in because we want to make sure they are getting a proper response and not no little response will come like no little backdish business. So let us be careful about that. And also, sometimes I think we try to resolve a lot of things early. And sometimes, when you reach a bridge, you cross it. Like for instance, maybe up for discussion, but to me personally, if me get my money from my reparation, me not do what me want with my thing and me move and go where me want to go. I mean, to say to myself, so sometimes even worrying about repatriation and reparation, sometimes I think we try to put too much in it, brethren, where it complicate the matter more sometimes, and I think that, as I says, if we get where we need to get, we can all do all of the things then where we need to do. Because not everybody gonna leave and want to go over either. Everybody have them business store or set right now, where they have to set themselves and do what they want to do. So I wouldn't try to complicate too much. Once you give me reparation and give me my, me can set myself and make my move. With and all of them who can do that to see when you can to the life and how them set differently. Because not everybody can move at the same time also. So just work for a little logistic, but you know, let's not try to complicate it more time, my lord.
My
Give
lord,
thanks.
you give thanks. Yes. So we're moving on to our topic discussion. Honorable Priest Snappy, could you give us the textbook reading of decorum, my lord, please?
Here, give me a second, the majesty. Okay. All right. So them so now. All right. Decorum. Decorum refers to behavior that is considered correct, polite, and respectable, often characterized by good manners and respect for accepted standard of conduct. Decorum encompasses the quality of state of being orderly, calm, and well regulated, as well as dignified propriety in behavior, speech, dress, etc. That is basically the simple meaning of it, my lord.
Read out the last part, orderly, calm, regulated, and what?
Calm, regulated, as well as dignified propriety in behavior, speech, dress, etc.
My lord.
Right. In all form of life, yes.
Okay. Yes, my lord and Empress. So that was one of the points we wanted to bring up for the simple reason of the little back and forth it had last week, Sunday, wherein we say we have a particular decorum. That's why we defined it, you know, proper behavior, polite, orderly, calm, regulated, you know, dignified, throne room conversation. So as the Honorable Priest Knuckles rightly said, when I want desire to speak, if they don't, I could always say it through the chair. So we present in an orderly manner, dignified, and polite, calm. It's not an argumentative platform. And when you state your point, you must be able to see that and then let the response go through. Don't in a response you want to cut in between to put our next point in. Your point, that is why it teaching us to be able to state our points fully in a timely fashion and then sit forward and get a response. And the same manner that is given unto you as the one who bringing a point is the same manner should be given unto everyone who is coming off at that same point. So this is one of the things where we say discussion and rules of engagement. We say through the chair. So this way we eliminate the back and forth and the kind of way some of us have, you know, the argumentative back and forth, and it become like it personal. You know, we say we don't want that on this platform. You know, our mannerisms, you know, our guidelines, you know, and our expectation. True, we are all sons and daughters of the King, you know, and the man say, where you see one, you see him, God. So it's gods and goddesses on the platform. All right, my lord. It's gods and goddesses on the platform. So we will want that throne room response. Just think of it as if you are in the palace with his imperial majesty, you know? And if you used to look how Jack conduct his interviews, he sit on the chair and the person always in front, a little distance off. So he's not a whisperer, because the folly could only be whispered. When you speak all the truth, you have to speak it out. You know, so just imagine yourself having an audience with the king. Every Sunday we come here, we have audience with the king and the queen. I, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So Any response from that, my Lord and Empress? The floor is open. Brief response.
To the chair, my Lord and Empress.
Yes, my Lord.
I don't know if anyone of the priest them from the foundation can give you a clarity upon. We hear some vibration we are going down there, say another priest has been taken away and missing, probably killed or whatever, priest powers. I don't know if anybody hear about that, but I hear about that recently. I don't know if anybody can give you a clarification upon that, because I don't hear anyone anything about that, you know. My Lord.
I don't know if it have any.
Through the chair.
Yes, Empress.
That will be discussed in the last half of the program.
Okay.
All right, Honorable Prophet Barry.
Give thanks, Honorable Priest. My Lord.
My Lord. Rastafari.
So,
so we don't have
Through
no
the chair,
response from
my
the
lord.
decorum.
Yes, through
My
the chair,
Lord.
my lord. Me I talk on my mic, muted. Give thanks. Yes, I was going to say the same thing to Priest Barry, that we would discuss that aspect later down in the reasoning, as we have, you know, what topics to discuss. As far as the decorum, manners and respect, and that me hear enough for the man in Pan Road, you know, manners and respect. Learning how to relate to one another. Often some of us never get the proper schooling at headquarters and how to do these things. So we had a reasoning every month, priest reasoning, prophet reasoning, empress reasoning, house reasoning, and everyone have to take them turn, and you have to listen to the person. We have to learn to listen, to hear what the point the person is saying before you want to respond. You can't listen with a mindset to challenge or to refute what is being said before you hear what is being said properly. So it is only upright that you listen to the person, and when they are done, then you can ask through the chair if you have a response. What we would recommend is that when we come to this reasoning, you have a pen and paper always available, because you will hear topics or points that going through and you would like to make a response towards it. So you record this on your paper when you get the chance to, then you can say, even if it gone on to our next topic, I had a point to clarify on the topic that just gone or something like that, you know? And to remember, if we are taught at headquarters that what you do unto the least, that is the children, what you do unto one of these, the one you do unto God. It is to bring us to the mindset that the presence of God is in us all. So we don't relate to one another like how we see out in the world, them gallant boy and beggars and thief and all of them things and who are rule over who. That is not of the kingdom of God. That is not of the Black Christ kingdom. That respect for the God within all of us is the mindset that we need when time we're having our discussions. Reason to elevate, and as that other teacher say, we try and touch the heart of God in the man. Not to lick down man because of ways or misunderstanding, but to listen to the point that one is trying to make, and then you can respond. And allow a person to speak what is in their heart. Some people talk it early, some people very precise, some people take a long journey to do it. I would like them to do it as quickly as possible, but for one to feel that freedom of expression, you have to allow them the chance to finish what they are saying, and then you can interject or then you can respond. My Lord. And so that is what we are trying to establish on this platform, you know, a principle that the man say we are from earth to Zion. We're learning to dance abroad so we can dance our yard, and our yard is the kingdom of God, the palace of the Most High. So we have to practice as kings and queens and gods and goddesses, how to relate to each other at this level. So when we get to the higher level, we don't know it. My Lord and Empress, blessed.
My Lord, give thanks and I will praise, you know, and I will praise what I say too. We are all ambassadors of Christ. So it will come a point in time where we will have to dialogue. So let us take all of these things as good practice. That as priests, when we reach up in the higher ground, the international ground, we already established our behavior pattern within reason. My Lord. Any other one have anything to say? And as the priest said, when you come on the Sunday, come with a book and a pen. Remember that is the brain and rest. You know, you can't keep everything in our brain. You see, so jot down your points, and even some points what might be said that you never looked at it in that particular way. So you could always look back and you know the continuity. That's what we are trying, you know, to establish. So is any other angel on the platform would like
Through
to
the
say
chair.
something? Yes.
Through the chair.
My Lord.
Bless the Lord, my Lord and Empress. Yes, well, the term decorum, it sounds like a very formal term that is used in the workplace more time, you know, amongst people doing work and business and, you know, and politics, you know. But how I see it, in the kingdom of God, yes. Within the kingdom of God, I think as gods and goddesses, we deserve way more than just respect, right? We deserve to be honored. That's why we call each other honorable. We deserve to be glorified. We deserve to be embraced, most of all, as gods and goddesses, right? So we all be still and know that this individual is God that is speaking what is right at the moment. You know, that is that is way more than just respect to me, you know, to know that a God was speaking, you know. The same way how we would have been with the majesty, if we wasn't reason with the majesty and him stand up and talk and all of that, we would embrace what he's saying. Some of us might not even understand what he's saying, but we would have still just quote it because it's the majesty. You understand me? Embrace, right? So I see this as a issue, right? It might seem small, but I see it as a big issue. Let me tell you why now. Over the years, Baba Shanti, I mean, it's people from all corners of the earth come 10 miles, Bobo, even here in Trinidad. All corners of the earth, people come to Bobo, right? And it's not everyone who come, we were supposed to try to convert them, right? It have some people who come just to give the contribution. You see it? So that is embracing people now. Even if a person don't want to give the heart to the kingdom and surrender all to Negus and all of that, they might still come with a contribution. But when you don't embrace people now, we miss out on certain opportunities. We miss out on assets. We miss out on a whole lot of benefits because everyone come with their own unique skill and their own know-how. You see it, and their own persona where they could enlighten others and want something. But we don't embrace people. We tell people to put on turban and put on fall, but we don't much ask a person, what do you know? What can you contribute and bring to the table instead of you have to come and surrender every time? It's not so it have to go all the time. And we even do it amongst ourselves. It's many different circumstances where we don't embrace each other, even amongst ourselves, who we know for 20 years. We know each other for all of these years. And some of us don't much know each other's skills and attributes after all of these 30 and 40 years. And we're there in church singing together and all of that, but we don't know each other's attributes and skills, how we could really benefit each other and benefit the kingdom. You see it, and why? Because of
Rastafari.
lack of embracing each other. So it should be more than just respect and decorum, if you ask me, in the kingdom of God. You see it? I don't want to be too lengthy, but so I see it. That's it.
So the chair. Please kindly unmute your mic.
Yeah, you know me and I talking, you know. Yes, Empress.
To the chair. One's asked to keep their mics on mute. If you unmute your mic while someone else is speaking, I am in the background and I will mute you. If I have to mute you more than 4 or 5 times, I may have to come to the priest, let them know, and then whatever they say, whether put you in the waiting room, whether take you off or what. Please remember that there's sound in all of us backgrounds, and we don't want anyone speaking out when another person is speaking. So I'm asking if you can keep your mics muted, please. Priest Anthony, unmute your mic. Priest Knuckles, you can unmute your mic also.
Bless. Yeah, I had a dog barking downstairs. Yes, so my Lord and Empress, we all desire unity and we all desire to uplift ourselves within that Godship and godliness. And these are what it takes. These are the minor point, not minor, but these are the tools and fuels that he says, we are talking over. All these things is in the building. All these things is the forming of the unity. So we give thanks. And as any other ones have any, you can put back up the agenda, Empress. Yeah. So any other ones have any points that they would like to bring across, my Lord and Majesty?
Blessed love, my Lord and Majesty, to the chair.
Honorable Priest, as well.
Before you go on, Honorable Priest, could you ask ones to raise their hands because a lot of mics is unmuting? Could you ask ones to, if they can, raise their hands? If they can't, then they can unmute and ask for the chair and wait to be given the chair. Give thanks.
Majesty bless Empress. Go ahead, Honorable Priest, as well.
Yeah, President, good day. Give thanks for life, give thanks for organization skill and setting up a divine standard that the man left for us to continue. I apologize for being late as usual, but I'm doing a lot, trying to do a lot and get a lot done. But concerning the word decorum, I was here you are talking about. The decorum is the proper behavior, a polite behavior, a gentle behavior, with a form of manners, and just doing things correct. Correctness and dignity and gentleness in the community. That's what I wanted to say about decorum. You all hadn't spoke about the rules of engagement concerning the handling the illusionary way we go about ourselves and how we could engage our engagement with educating our Congress to that public justice, to advocate for civil justice. You all didn't talk about that here.
Honorable Priest Ainsley, unmute your mic, we don't have an agenda.
No, my love, no, that.
So to me, decorum is just politeness and promoting that professional way in the environment that we need to do it inclusively. And
we did get that. We did get that definition.
Okay, all right, okay.
My
Lord
and Majesty.
To the chair before you move on, my lord. To the chair.
Yes.
Just want to cap off the quorum. Apart from just.
What you say, Empress?
We have 2 hands up also.
Okay.
Yeah, as I was saying, just to cap off the quorum, I would have to side with Priest Sevens on his presentation a while ago. it goes beyond just respect. I totally agree with the honorable priest because we are priests. You understand? So there has to be a level, a rule. The rules of engagement for I and I is much different, and not just among ourselves. The rules of engagement in dealing with people in general. Now, I will give one, I won't be lengthy, but I will give one example of what I am trying to establish here within my reasoning. When you look, the man say you have to look at success stories no matter where they come from. Saying the truth is the truth, no matter who speak it. Now, when I look at the Buddhists, the monks of that faith, they have a decorum to be admired, the way they interface with each other. And unlike the Christian faith, in which a lot of what you see up front is not what takes place behind closed doors, among the Buddhists, humility is what they seek after above all things. That is one of their, what you call, virtues that they seek after. And in so doing, they carry that respectful nature for life in its essence. Not even a roach them they want to kill. See, so they have that respect for life, much more the God within man. See, so if I and I could learn some of that among ourselves to understand that as priests, just like they are, Buddhist is just another name for the same thing. See, as priests, ourselves, we need to have that level of decorum where respect is a prerequisite, and all the time, no matter whether it is in disagreement or in agreement, there's a way to disagree without being arrogant and rude and disruptive and so forth and so on. And argumentative is the word I heard the honorable chair use. See, in being argumentative. So yes, honorable priest Evans, yeah, decorum goes way beyond just manners and respect. Blessed.
My Lord. And before Empress Lily may can come on after, but before
I have an order.
okay, well you're going to call the other when I finish make this little remark. That I practice it amongst ourselves because I was fortunate/unfortunate to go through a piece of drama in the courts and the king was present at each of we had about 5 days reasoning. It was a heart-rending reason, but beside that, the point that I'm trying to bring is that when we was in front, Dada, you couldn't say the dread or the priest or the boy, even when you describe something where you don't like, you had to say, oh my Lord, the honorable priest did that, or the honorable prophet did that. So Dada did practice it, that heights of humility, as the priest would say, and that respect decorum. He did. I actually saw it, literally. So, give thanks. As Honorable Empress.
Honorable Priest Jermaine, 3 minutes.
Yes, I love my Lord and Empress. Give thanks for yet another blessed day of reasoning. Give thanks for all that have been said so far. Give thanks even for this panel, Most High, Selassie, Ijah, Rastafari. Well, to start, I am in agreement with everything has been said so far. Just to add to what the Honorable Empress just said about, one's muting the mic when one have the floor. If you don't know how to mute your mic, basically the tech, that's the responsibility of the host and the co-host is to really check to see, who is speaking and whose mics is open to actually, close the person's mic. Because as we know, like sometimes you speaking and another person might have the mic open, and sometimes unintentionally, you might say something or you're in an environment where others are, and somebody come into your space and just start talking. You know what I mean? So for us to just be using the word of, decorum and we being, mindful and respectful and all of these things of one another, that is a practice, that, is paramount to us as a group. The priest, really did reach out to I-Man, personally saying where to, and we did speak on it, and he did apologize for, his heart in what took place, you check. So, it's just an understanding, like my Lord is saying. From one is speaking, and have the floor, just give them that respect. And that's all I was basically, uttering last strong, when I got a kind of way. I was in agreement, not with everything that the honorable priest was saying, but for sure I was in agreement with that letterhead part when he was talking about that. And I just wanted to make that, that point. You check? So if thanks, my Lord and Empress, I wouldn't be too lengthy, as usual, and, I'll just give the floor back to the Honorable Chief. My Lord and Empress.
Give thanks and ever praise, Majesty. Empress Trisha.
Honorable Empress Lily May, 3 minutes.
Blessed love to one and all. Thanks for life and a mighty life giver. On Emmanuel I.C. Rastafari. I agree and glorify. I agree. Yes, I agree with what is being said. And a quick question before I continue. Elders Care Project, transition service for Honorable Priest Pablo, Honorable Prophet Anki Joe. So you mean say Prophet Anki Joe transcend?
No, Empress. Only
No, Empress.
Only Priest Pablo. Prophet Anki Joe did it, said it.
Praise for I. Give thanks and glorify. Yes. You say manners and respect and humbleness and meekness. Those are things that Jah love, And even the Psalms that tell you, say, let integrity and uprightness preserve us. So like the priest said, the Buddhists, they have a lot of good teachings. Baba Shanti have the highest teaching. We have to practice it, one to another, and meekness. You see, meekness is very, very important. Because just say the meek will he teach in judgment and the meek will he show his way, So if we don't have meekness one to one another, anything you say, just go to one end and come up to the next, and next time we meet you one another, we hang with one another like boy and girl. Because they have a saying, before you, a Mr. Dog, behind you, a dog. And I find, say, that's how most of I, and those days, would handle with one another. They say, yes, Empress, and give thanks. But when they talk to you, they say, oh, the one sister. So they won't even say the one sister. Because I love sister, But they'll just call you by your first name. The one Joe, the one Tom, the one Mary. But it is so hard to say sister. Sister is a form of honor. Because sisterly love and brotherly love, fatherly love and motherly love. You see, love, goodness, love is the key. I won't be too long. Peace and love, and may God bless us to continue this Elders Council, because this is a great upliftment for us as brothers and sisters to get to know one another. So give thanks for each and every one, our brothers and sisters, and may just strengthen all of us on this land journey. Jehovah, Jah, Rastafari. Peace and love from Ethiopia.
Majesty bless. Always a joy
Blessed.
to hear your voice, and we cherish all utterances from the Honorable Empress Lily May, who resides in the heights of Ethiopia. Majesty bless.
Yes, Mama
Honorable
Lily.
Empress Trish.
Yes, Empress Dahina, 3 minutes. We can't hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now? One moment, Honorable. Can you hear right now?
Loud and clear.
That's it, love?
Yes.
Can you hear right?
Yes.
Yes, Empress.
True. Give thanks to our family. Give thanks for the moments of reasoning. Yeah, it's true. I have to seriously get right with God, and we have to know to control ourselves and our temper, because if we don't, we are destroying the souls of the angels. Our behavior, some of our behavior destroying the souls of angels. So we have to know how to reason with one another. But it said the spirit of anger over for the servants of God. And some of I leading angels has taken themselves away because their soul has been assassinated. It's all I making it right with self and right with God, but we're not making it right with those who we have hurt. And for I to move forward, we have to make it right with all those souls we have hurt. We have to ask them to pardon I and forgive. Because I find it very hard to move forward with certain angels not in this meeting, like our beloved Empress Esther, our leading Empress. It hurts my soul that she is not here, not because of her own accord, because of the assassination of the soul and the spirit, what members have done to her. And others. We need to make it right with one another, that we can move forward and do the Father's work the way he taught I how to do it. And that starts with asking for pardon for those who we have hurt, those souls we have assassinated. We're not all perfect. We can't slip and slide a little way. The spirit of anger can never for the servant of God. But when you come back to the right of yourself, it's our duty to make it right with those who we have hurt. Our duty. You hear what I'm saying? It's our duty to make it right with those who we have hurt and assassinate their spirits in order for I to move forward. Because when we have a soul crying up to the Almighty for the injustice what I've done unto them, and it doesn't get right with them, this Congo's not going to move nowhere. Because their prayers alone would hold I back. So we have to learn that when we make a mistake, we have to make it right with those who we have offended. We have to. It's environmentally important. Because Empress Esther is supposed to be here. She's our leading empress. And because of the way she has been treated, and like no one don't seem to be bothered, just get on to the next empress. Her soul is hurt. And her soul is hurt, so my soul is hurt. Any prophet, priest, or empress whose soul has been hurt, man ought alongside them. And I can't just skip them and go to the next one. Just so Empress Esther worthy of praise. This is not a hearsay, we know say. So why she's not here?
Time.
Give thanks, Empress, in my 3 minutes. Give thanks for the moment of wisdom, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks.
Blessed
love, Empress Trish. You know, my hand doesn't operate. I don't know what happened to it, but whenever I have the opportunity to speak, please, Chair, may I?
1 second, Empress. Respond, Priest Ainsley or Priest Knuckles.
Yeah. On Empress Daima comments?
Well, just
the floor open.
Through the chair.
Yes.
I'm representing up. Go ahead first.
No, I just wanted to say, give thanks and the praise. I remember this was like maybe about 1979. Was one of my visits, like, because I went back and forth. I was living in the US at the time. I was starting to hear about the foundation and we start visiting it, So when on my visit there, like 79, remember speaking with the king and then Emmanuel, remember one thing he said really profound way. Why, and I see it manifesting in my eyes right after I left the foundation. He said, my lord,
if you have a kind word, you know. When you hear we say a serpent to turn it away, right? It's not a simple thing, my lord. It really, really works. You know what I mean? And him did say why. Say, you see, even the police, him have God in him too, you know. He may have more devil in him, you know, but when him have life, him have some God
That's
in
right.
him.
True.
So it depends on the word that you use to him. Pull out what in him. So if you use
True.
wrathful word, you're gonna get the God, you'll get the devil out of him. And if you use peaceful word, you get the God out of him.
True
And so
word.
said, so done. When I leave the foundation, him tell I say, put a little sip of water down. He said, "Some go down by the seaside." He said, take a little sip when you go down there. And I during going down there, I run in at some green uniform and come up with some big guns. And it was near time for election because Jamaica was going in the election, maybe in the 1980 or something like that. So everything changed during them time there. And when I walk down on the road, I go to the beach side, deserted, got no one else. It's like I want to run, like I said, no, I was stand up manfully and walk straight down to the soldier them. When you first see them, you don't even know if a soldier, but as you go down further, you know. And the way I'm going down and just officer, one love and peace and ray. And I am telling the I then, it has gotten I the best response from the police officers then over my years. And I mean, I travel all over and run into police roadblock. And I'm telling you, I have never had an issue with them. Never had an issue with them. To the kindness and uprightness. Yet stern, you know. Because we're not going like no mice either, but you're still humble within a respectful way and a manful way to still show forth that humility, you know. And it really gets you far in life, my lord. So speaking on that point, you know, I glorify them thing every day. The man, the teacher from earlier, how to deal with one and respect, especially the police officer and the people. I mean, in authority, because as the prophecy said, you know, and I'm sorry if I even exceed the minute. Just give me a moment. The prophecy said, agree with the adversary while you are in his way, or he will make you pay the utmost for them. That's the word
Truly.
where written. Them say the Christ like speak. See? Agree with the adversary while in the way, or you'll pay the utmost for them. Another thing with the Empress
Truly.
Esther, you know, I have reason with her, you know, and I really don't know if there's any problem with anyone on the platform. Things may have been said, I think. I have a pretty good relationship with her. And I don't think on a whole, I think she's just bombarded with a lot of things. And she just want to keep her head clean and deal with the issues then we have to deal with. You know, so I don't even know if it's anything because of vexation with anyone here. But I just think she just reach a point in her life where she just need some time for herself to deal with the thing them that surround her. My God. That is what I get from it. Honorable.
Honorable Priest Knuckles. Honorable Priest Knuckles, my lad.
Oh, sorry. You see, I'm taking a mute. I might unmute. Yes, I quite agree with the assessment by Honorable Priest Nappy, you know. Sometimes you're on the front line for a while and it weary you. And that I say, you can't leave yourself undone. So some point along the journey, sometimes you will see an elder. It's not step back, you know. It's just come off of the front line to face the fire every day, every moment, all the while. So, and take a moment. For even in a Babylon army and war, you get a leave sometime, you know. So, as far as what the Empress say, I'm in communion with you on that one. One psalm say, not even a psalm, a prophecy say, for the earth of my people are my earth. And if we pray and ask forgiveness when we're consciously aware that we hurt people with our words. Because the same God you're applying to for mercy and strength and understanding It's the same God that that person that you offend calling to for retribution. So we have to balance out the thing within ourselves as God and the kingdom of God, of how we deal with one another, you know. And just to finish it off, the other psalm say, to him that ordereth his conversation aright, will I show the salvation of God, you know. So we have to make our words right. As the priest say, we use the proper words and touch the heart of those that you are talking to, because God is in the presence of all of us, you know. And yeah, that will bring you back. The universe bring you back the love we you put out. The same understanding that you apply is that you get back. But if you push it like you're a gargan, then I say it come back on you too. My Lord and Empress, blessed love.
Blessed love, honorable priest Knuckles. Priest Amsey, 1 second to the chair. It is now 2 p.m. on my side. We have two more, Empress Akim and Priest Adigan, 3 minutes each, and then we move on to the next topic because we have two other topics to go through. My love.
Blessed love, family, blessed love. Yes, I just wanted to make a point, which I think the points have been made clear to some extent, but oftentimes I go back when I think about our people, you know, African people, and all that we've gone through as a people, right? We're still in the process of healing, you know. Our brainwashing, our enslavement took a toll on us, you know, and we still struggle with seeing each other again as gods in flesh, right? And as our brothers and as our sisters. And so oftentimes I think in our process of healing, we forget that we should be on one accord, and that we, you know, really truly want to love our brothers and our sisters as ourselves. But many of us sometimes still struggle with the love of ourselves, right? And so sometimes we don't see that in each other, you know. And then that togetherness, you know, when we, of course, when we reason, you know, you want someone to see your viewpoint, but that's the skill of reasoning, though. It's not a battle. It's like, okay, in the end, we may end up agreeing to, you know, disagree on a point, but then we have to look at the collective. How is this decision going to affect the family, right? So, you know, although I want everyone to, you know, agree with, you know, my viewpoint on an issue, you know, but in the end, if we go with another viewpoint, you know, how does that affect the collective? And I think, again, when we look at how one's reason, you know, and how we sort of get puffed up sometimes, you know, and get a little bit agitated, I think we still dealing with some areas of needing to heal, and that we don't have to battle with one another, because whether or not it's in the Congress, is really still in our community as a whole. You know, we fight our way through everything, even to death, you know, and that's a serious, serious, serious illness that we have as a people. So for me, this topic here about loving one another, I get very, you know, sensitive. I know that you all have sensed that, you know. So when arguments happen, it strikes a chord in me that takes me back to like plantation thinking for some reason. You know, I think it's the ancestors in me, like, you know, getting agitated, like, wait, what are we fighting over? You know, we're fighting over some small things. So when we really and truly have to fight over some serious things, are we going to turn against one another? Are we going to be together? You know, and so I just think that we have to, when we speak to one another, try to speak from a place of healing and not being hurt, right? And being victimized by someone else's viewpoint, you know? Give thanks and praises. Bless it.
Blessed love, Empress. Glorify. Empress Trisha.
Priest Adigan, and then we must move forward.
Honorable Chair. My Lord and Empress, Holy Emmanuel Haile Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, do give thanks for another day of reason. Give thanks for Ethiopia Africa Bloc International Congress, True Church of Divine Salvation. Give thanks to one and all, Most High Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, so decorum, behavior, rule of engagement. Well, I see in the Congress and outside the Congress that the elders that went before the present day, or what we call new age elders, did a better job than the elders of today, because I am of that generation who looked to a certain elders. And it was those elders what I seen on the front line, right? What's the word? Disseminating the culture and the mannerism, whether they said blessed love or just highly high, Selassie, because the blessed love thing that came through the Baba Ashanti, but most Rasta would have just say, Hail Rastafari, Hail I Rastafari, Hail I Selassie, more time in greeting still, or Hyrie or something like that. So the Baba Ashanti come with the blessed love and bring that essence into the thing of, which is a very decorum behavior. So we bring that, my Lord, and Empress, and that mannerism to the thing. But preservation of the decorum now, the new age elders don't transpire that to what I see to make I become the Rastafari, what I come to know. Yeah, the elders before them preserve the energy, whether through oral or, people always say Bible, but the elders use what they had, and it was effective how they used it. Because if it wasn't effective, I wouldn't be here now saying what I say now. I don't see the new age do better than that generation. I'm sorry, whether it's E.A.B.I.C, whether it be Howell, Dada, any of that plan, or it don't matter, right? Too much plan. All the elders, them is who I read about and learn about coming, all Rastafari, and what them come and them keep a certain protocol within them, disseminating the culture that I, from the age of 16, see it and embrace it. From 14, I stopped eat pork before I even know Rastafari. My pork eating mother didn't want that, but in the end, she gave me that right. And when she give the others that, she give me a different meat. And then when me say don't want to eat meat at all, no, she said, no, me have to reach a certain age before me could have said, yeah, me not eat back no meat or none of these things. So me I try to say, in terms of observation, I think the elders before did a better than what's going on now. I just see peer dissension and broke up this and broke up that, and I don't see no you want to gravitate to it like when I was coming, I did see a portion of youth in my setting.
Time.
Thanks, my Lord and Empress. Bless
You can always come on again and have a priest Radigan. And I will say one thing. We are the elders now.
Priest Anthony, unmute your mic.
Justice, yeah. Give time a priest Radigan. What I'm saying is that you can come on again afterwards and extend yourself with the reasoning.
Correct. I don't just know you said Radigan is Adigan. It's Adigan. You said Radigan, so I just correct you. It's bless it.
Radigan, honorable historian priest Radigan. You can come on again.
Adigan,
yeah.
Adigan, D-I-G-U-N. Look for me board and see my name.
Give thanks for the correction, priest Adigan. Give thanks.
See my full name, that's me. All right, my Lord and
And what I'm saying is that you mentioned how the elders gave it to us. We are the elders now. So did we learn our lesson properly? Honorable Empress Trisha, go ahead.
We can move forward.
Yes.
Yeah, my Lord and Empress. Richard.
Yeah, Priest Alamta was calling. Yeah,
Okay.
Priest Alamta was before. Yeah.
Honorable Priest, pardon. Go ahead.
3 minutes.
My Lord and Empress. Yes, be sure. Just look at the example of King Emmanuel when he write the Queen of England. How he addressed her. Honorable Majesty. So if he addressed she like that, how
A
much more?
royalty. A royalty.
Exactly.
Proper decorum. Proper decorum.
Yeah, proper decorum. That's right. Proper decorum. Yes.
That's a lot, my lord.
My lord. And we moving forward now, Empress.
Yes, my lord. The screen.
Okay. Yes, I see it. Now, these two questions was put on the executive by Honorable Priest, saying that, engaging to get each and every one response is a way of, because this reason here is not a dictatorship, or it's not a tutors educating students as much as we are all tutors and students. So these two questions were said so that the whole panel could have a response. 1 minute, because it's not a long thing. So the question is fasting and prayer. We spoke about fasting last week, so we kind of focusing on prayer even this week. But what it means to each person, and what are the expectations of each person on the platform here? What does fasting and praying mean to you? And what are your expectations? And as I say, 1 minute response. So we're learning how to condense our thoughts and don't color it with a whole heap of rhetoric. Straight to the point. And I will Empress Trish, you can call name coming forward.
Through the chair.
Yes, I have a prayer.
Yeah, and quickly, I just wanted to add to that description to say that it is what you get out of it. What do you get out of fasting and prayer? That's what it means. That question, what it means to you. What is it that you get from it? What tangibility? What spiritual? What do we get from it? Is what we want to ascertain in our response. Blessed Lord.
Blessed. Honorable Empress Trisha, you could call name. You can call me after everyone done. So.
Oh, Honorable Priest Daniel. Unmute your mic.
Bobody, come in.
Yes, he is there.
Yeah, man, tell him to come in. Come in, Bobody.
Probably internet thing or
Honorable Priest Advar.
Blessed love, family.
Blessed love.
Give thanks. Yes. Well, you see, I fast to break the bonds of oppression, to set the captives free. Really, and to build a collectiveness with the ones around I, in that oneness, within what we're seeking to accomplish, what we're seeking to do. Maybe we can put our prayers together. We pray for the same, morally the same objective, the same aim, and to be a better person. I say like I humble myself with fasting, my prayer returning to my bosom. So just to be closer into that spiritual realm. Physically also it is very healing. Within to say it does a lot for you within to say tuning you to say like with nature. Yeah, so yeah, man. Blessed love.
Give thanks, Honorable Priest. Honorable Prophet Barry.
Blessed love and greetings, one and all, to the chair. Well,
Majesty.
fasting and Majesty bless. Yeah, am I here, right?
Yes, I.
Blessed.
Yes,
My
Jah.
Lord. So I'm fasting and prayer to Isa. I call it now, it's a cleansing of the heart, mind, soul, and body, and spirit, and everything. And you fast and pray for cut and clear certain vibration, spiritual wickedness in our low places, and certain vibration are going even the earth, with even amongst man and man, are going even in your family, in your household, amongst your brethren and everything else. Fast and pray for certain clarification and get back certain unity and get the certain thing coming back with your flesh and your family and your loved ones and the Congress and everything said, my Lord and Empress.
Thanks.
My Lord.
Honorable Empress Miriam. Shalom. Mama Miriam. And Honorable Empress Lily May.
Blessed love one and all. Heart of Lent.
Blessed Lord.
I would fast and pray over the years for peace. Peace that passeth all understanding, with gladness, fill our souls.
I hear you, Empress.
I would pray, I would fast and pray over the years for peace that passeth all understanding, with gladness filled our souls. You hearing me?
Yes, Mama.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
I pray for my brothers and sisters, good health and strength, but most of all, I would pray for meekness and faith, which is the delight of the Lord. And he take pleasure, in righteousness. So I'll ask you to, clean my soul and my spirit and answer my prayers that all of us as Rastafari in general, be meek and humble and have faith that he can have pleasure in us, because I love to please the Lord and I want to be a good child, So I pick all my people's them, all my brothers and sisters, four wings of earth. Peace and love.
Honorable Priest Ilamna.
Blessed love, Honorable my Lord and Emperor, royal family. Yeah, we pray for the peace of Jerusalem, pray for 7 to 9 to 13 miles of Black Star Liner ship. I think when you're fasting and praying, whether you're here or there in a union, it's like a one spirit, that's unified in the atmosphere when the existence, So we pray for them who sick, who bedridden, who shut in, and we pray for our unity and our strength, Most High, Sebastian. Yeah.
All right. Give thanks. Honorable Prophet Bobo Mark.
Love in the house to the royal family. Empresses. Give thanks again. For the fast, is to restrain, and to attain, on temptation, Yes, and then the prayer, yes, we do pray for the 9 miles or 30 miles of Black Star Liner, to return back to home, That's what the fasting is, fast and pray, and all we have the sackcloth, and to fulfill our petition unto the Lord God, Yardstafari. Give thanks, Bless you.
Blessed love. Honorable Empress Dahina. You can unmute your mic. Okay. Honorable Empress Cindy. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Empress Dahina. We're not hearing you.
I know.
Yes.
Oh yeah, true. Give thanks. Yeah, fasting and praying to me is cleansing of the soul and the mind. Make peace within and make peace without. Make peace with those you need to make peace with. It's about freeing the man and the soul to eye still, Yeah, freeing the heart, mind, and soul. And the inward and the heartward. And those you offend, you go and try and make peace with them also. It's the cleansing of the heart and the head. So yeah, that's what fasting and praying is to eyes still. And also giving praises for their Father for taking care of our Father and Mother of creation, for looking after the road, our family and loved ones. That's fasting and praying to eyes still. Love our family.
Give thanks. Honorable Priest 7.
Bless the Lord. Make me come again. I'm a little bit busy here. Pardon.
Okay. Honorable Empress Cindy. Honorable Priest Germain.
Yes, my Lord and
I have
Empress.
it is me, Empress Diana. And this
No,
is
one
my
second.
child.
Not yet, Empress Diana. 1 second.
Yes, Empress.
Empress Cindy, and then Priest Germain. Unmute your mic, Empress Cindy.
I'm here. Blessed love.
Yes, we're asking
Haran?
what does fasting?
Haran? Your daddy is
What fasting and prayer means to you and your expectations?
We sorry. I have told you truth.
So fasting and prayer means for me is it's a day. Excuse me. It's a time for you to cleanse out all the negativity, all the things that you have had built up inside of you for a while, and it's a time to reflect and be closer to the Most High, and that's what it means.
Give thanks, Empress Cindy. Priest Germain.
Yes, my Lord and Empress. Give thanks. Fasting for me personally means cleanliness within one's heart, mind, and soul. It's supposed to be therapeutic, for one's same way. Me personally, I have, tried fasting and prayer since I come into the Congress, and on certain occasions I could say that I'd see work for a man. And even currently right now, I'm seeing where fasting and prayer is definitely needed, even within my personal life.
Give thanks, my Lord.
A little louder. A little louder.
Yeah.
Sorry if I wasn't speaking loud enough. I was saying fasting and prayer is something that I see that is needed even within one's personal life, to help them along the everyday journeys, everyday, trials with men and people. You understand? And it helps to bring you and to a calmness and an inner peace within yourself. And I think, everyone need to find peace and calmness within themselves first, before them can make peace with anyone else. Bless the Lord.
Give thanks. Honorable.
Chair.
Go ahead, Priest 7.
Give thanks, yes. Yes, fasting and prayer. As I spoken the reasoning last Sunday there. Yes, emotional intelligence, you know. Yeah, fasting and prayer has a lot to do with emotional intelligence, you know. The greatest fast is to fast from sayings and doings, not just food, but specific sayings and doings. You know, and everyone would know what is going on in their life and their space, time and space that they would want to get right, you know? Yeah, so it's all about our, you know, our time and space of what we are going through, what our emotions are facing. You know, we try and work on that and bring a betterment. And I love I&I tradition as it fast leading to resurrection, because it signifies that after all of that, we rise in the first resurrection with Christ, that the second death have no power. The second death, you know, what as the first resurrection, as the resurrection of the spiritual, yeah. The second death had no power, you know. So that is what it's all about, how I see it. And after that, we continue rising. It's not to say we change after resurrection. As you know, we continue to be born again. Blessed.
Honorable priest, 1 minute, Empress. Honorable priest, since you opened that door, what does the second death mean to the eye? You said the second death have no power over the saints and the Most High. What does the second death signify to the eye, honorable priest?
All right, so the first death spiritual, second death physical, right? So now physical could be both ways too, you know, and it could be the death what we all know about, and certain things could reach our flesh where we don't have, you know, that full authority over we flesh to do what we want to do. It have all kind of things that reach ones, but these things have no power over us. From we rise with Christ spiritually, heartically, emotionally, yeah. Whatever go on with the flesh, whether it's sickness or the physical death, it had no power over I&I spiritual rights, you know? Yeah.
Honorable Empress Hakim.
Yes, blessed love. Fasting is first, you know, we're used to fasting from food and drink, but I also think that fasting is also from everyday things in your life that you're used to doing, whether it be watching television or, you know, some leisurely things, social media, you know, is giving away that time to be intentional about being in prayer and meditation and elevating. You know, it's sort of like a building up of discipline, you know, on your personal journey. You know, I think that if we can master, you know, certain things in our lives, you know, it just brings us more and more deeper into our God's and Goddess self, you know. So just being able to turn over your plate, you know, for drinks and foods and certain things, but also being able to step away from earthly pleasures, you know, and using that time to commune with the Most High, looking for answers and, you know, searching out yourselves and things like that. Give thanks.
Give thanks, Empress. Honorable Priest Nappy. Are you with us?
Yes, greetings. Give thanks, family. Well, over the years, for I personally, you know, fasting, you know, it give you a balance. It balance you forward, you know, balance your interesting. Over the years, as the year proceed, you find say your structure, you know, by eating enough food or work for food, you find say during the fasting time it helps you ease off back certain of maybe impurities and things where your body may pick up. With maybe a lot of evil. you know. And so it gives you a time to shed all of that. And also to, during the time, if you find, remember that even the era of even when you read even a Christ era, fasting, food, proper discipline, where food don't control you. You don't live to just eat and all of that. So it's a discipline time, a time for balance back yourself, it help your organs them regenerate and rebalance during that time. So as long as you do that, to keep you in a perfect health per se, if every year you follow that method, because I know for I personally, if I never follow that method, then maybe I would maybe 400 pounds right now I walk. So, I don't give thanks to the Father praying,
Well said, priest. Well said.
My Lord.
Give thanks.
Well,
I think one sec. We have Sister D, give me a second. I'll be calling on you shortly. Just give me a second. Priest Donovan. If you'd like to share. Priest Donovan, you can unmute your mic if you would like to share. Priest Earl, are you on?
Right here, Empress. I was waiting for acknowledgement. One perfect love.
One perfect love. Go ahead, priest.
Yeah, I just want to talk to be a pre-7 kind of leader when the robe of flesh will drop and rise. So in the fast, you can't see that you really drop the robe of flesh, It's not like, like you have to die. So right now my pants can't even fit me right now. I realize that, the waist part me I tell you about, that is what fasting is. So it make your flesh really suck onto your bone like pelican, you know what I mean? So, and over the years, so when we are fast, you always say a purpose, whether we uplift your personal self, because first of all, I better you uplift your personal space first. And when you reach on that level now, you put a convey where you are convey, So we try to uplift our personal space, because any heaven, a man and woman, and I carry the 7th heaven, but the find says some of the time to colonialism we don't get to reach the 7th heaven level. We maybe reach the 3rd heaven. I can't behave amongst one another that I could reach the 7th heaven with a more see our one another as one, not separated being, one life force that we all share with, So, that's why I said I'm praying to make a better man, one perfect love.
Give thanks, honorable priest. Is that Empress D? Unmute, you can unmute your mic. Priest Aswad, are you on?
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. But I think fasting is beneficial for a human being because fasting helps us to build confidence in ourselves. Sometimes when I go through my problems and my pains, toothaches and different things, instead of eating, I fast. And that gives me that solace. Fasting is a way your liver is detoxify your brain while you're fasting. So it helps you with the emotions. Sometimes emotions unconsciously happen before your thought of feeling it. And sometimes your mind is going through certain consciousness and some subconsciousness what we don't understand. Fasting it helps them things. Fasting give you confidence when you're going through your battle. Like if I have to go to a meeting or an appointment and I think it's going to be a risk, I fast. I either go more in spirit without eating, without drinking, without doing anything.
and pray and fast help me motivate myself and make me be a better person. So I think on the whole, fasting is a good thing to renew your body and strengthen your back to yourself also. It gives you discipline because you're not doing awkward things and you're doing more positive things. When that positive is when you bring right attributes out there. So your emotions, you control your emotions, your cognitive approach, you control that too. And any neurobiological disorder or illness of the nervous system caused by different genetic, metabolic ways or biological factors. And like disorders of anything including autism, bipolar disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, or schizophrenic behaviors, because controlled by fasting. My Lord and Majesty.
Give thanks, Honorable Priest. Honorable Prophet. Yes.
Baba, I just started there on to you.
Yeah, I was just gonna call him. I was just going to call him. Honorable Prophet Ijahstar. 1 second, please. Prophet Ijahstar.
Blessed love, honorable family.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, my Lord and Empress. Glorify.
My God.
Fasting and praying.
Through the chair, Honorable Priest Brown, heart of love.
Blessed love.
Blessed Majesty, blessed.
Go ahead, Prophet Ijahstar.
Yeah, fasting and praying to I. What does it mean? You know, it's a balance of your spiritual and, you know, your temporal. You know, it's a way of consecration, you know, consecrating oneself of self, you know, abstaining from, you know, the spirit of greed, I would say, because, you go through the year or, the months, doing a lot of, things over and over. So when you can abstain from doing certain things, it's like you all that spirit of greed at bay, So it's a balance to I, of your spiritual and your temporal, my Lord and Empress. And if I could just touch on decorum quickly, decorum to I also is a upbringing, a way of life. It's a cultural thing. You go certain places in the earth and you still see youths are saying, blessed love or good morning, depending on where you are in the earth. Certain part in the earth, you see ones greeting you or being polite certain way. So decorum to I, is something cultural. It's also embedded. So blessed love, my Lord and Empress.
Give thanks, my Lord. Empress Miriam. Unmute your mic.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So you want me to tell you the power of fasting and praying?
What it means to you?
Oh, okay. Blessed love again, family.
1 minute, Mama.
She not stopping you, She just tell you, say, concise.
What, concise?
Yeah, go ahead, Mama.
Okay, all right.
Just quickly. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Quick, okay, give thanks. Well, prayer and fasting to me, it's powerful. It is a fulfilling, right? Prayer and fasting strengthen you even when you're weak. There are things that are happening to your life, that you have to pray and fast about. Fasting and prayer help you to heal the wounds, help you to heal someone when they are sick. Prayer and fasting is a building, right? To me, may I talk about myself? Yes. Prayer and fasting help me, it strengthens me, it empowers me. Even though I'm going through situation, I am praying, I am fasting.
And then you just not don't you're getting back answer out of prayer and fasting, right? So for me, prayer and fasting is very, very powerful, right? I see what it has done for me over and over. It has healed me, mold me, strengthen me, build me, uplift me, right? In my spiritual journey. And if someone is sick and you pray and fast as that teach us, I see the power in that too, right? Because we have to look about sisters that came to the camp, and it's prayer and fasting did the healing. So prayer and fasting is powerful to me, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Give thanks, Mama. Give thanks.
Bless him.
Priest Radcliffe.
Okay. Well, prayer and fasting, better love to the house. Right.
Go ahead.
What you go, please.
The internet. Yeah, internet.
Fasting to me.
That's why I may put them up front first.
Him coming a while ago. Speak, Priest Radcliffe. We hearing you now. Speak again.
Yeah. Okay. Fasting and prayer to me. First thing is an order set by Melchizedek, by our Father. Wherein is a time wherein we know when the man was going through perilous time, you know? So you were fasting and praying, you know, unto his Father also, you know, for the destruction which about to reach him and things like that, you know? So it's a spiritual thing and a balance said way, as the man say, you know, we don't live by temporal bread alone, but spiritually, you know. So it's a thing we both build I and I self individually and even cut and clear for the nation also. You know, as you know, our aim and objective is freedom, redemption, international repatriation. So that even one of the things, you know, when I fast and pray, cutting and clearing said way for the nation. My Lord and Empress, just to say a few.
Give thanks and have a priest. Priest Adigan.
Blessed love again. Yes. Well, fasting and prayer to me is a personal thing. Like, you know, the Emperor said religion is personal. That's the word, but we would have said faith. It's a personal thing, you know, because there's constructs to it, because Jesus, when giving instruction on the fast, he said, do not be like the scribes and Pharisees, showing forth your fasting openly, but grease up your face and shine, and don't even know one knows so you have an expression like you're hungry or anything like that through your fast. So to me, it's a personal thing, you know, within the cleansing thing. Like Jesus did even go against enemy. Him tell the disciples to go one thing, and when he was in the wilderness, so him alone. You understand? So it's a personal thing. It's a personal fasting and prayer for is a personal thing, you know. Yeah, we can bring it international and we have what we call the collective fast, but I think it's a personal thing with the individual and the most I still. That's just my personal understanding, as well as the detoxing and the cleansing and the other things that come with it is a personal thing. Just like how the Father Haile Selassie teaches that religion is personal, which that's how he speak to the world. We Rasta would have said faith or liberty. So yeah, it's a personal thing, my personal, because sometimes I would just say, my Lord, you don't eat much. My mother look, and when we wake me not drink a cup of tea first thing. It might be way down in the evening before me eat something, and I say, what kind of spontaneous fast that you depend? So, and as a person suffer from gastroenteritis or whatever they call it, and sometimes it take ages before I put food at my mouth, and I MP said, me not do that. My mother said me not do that, but sometimes I man have what they call spontaneous fast, where me just me not think about food. Me have to really be hungry to eat. people tell I say I don't eat. I don't know if it's with age and having children. I don't eat like how I would eat when I was younger anyway. So I'm not a man who eat a lot still. So I do a lot of spontaneous fasting. So blessed love my Lord and it.
Right, I check. Make sure log me down on the bottom of the list there, at the bottom when
I don't
everyone
know
go
if
around.
your priest I'm fighting for the bottom. Which one?
Man,
Yeah,
the priest have it.
I can go on.
Priest, hold on
King,
a
you know,
second.
so the
Hold
priest have
on.
it.
Priest Brown. Priest Brown is in. Oh, and then Priest
Love
Daniel
to
is
the
after
royal
Priest Brown.
congregation, my Lord and Empress.
Blessed love.
Blessed love.
Blessed love. We are fasting and praying on what it means to you and your expectations. 1 minute to speak. Go ahead.
Fasting and prayer is a method of uniting mind and body for also purification and healing. It's a method of, it's a discipline that disciplines the mind and the body. It's for healing, and it's also a tool in times of persecution. So there are, that's basically it for me. There are different methods, but as we tell you, it's a tool for uniting the mind and the body. Purifying the mind. If that's your intention, then your purpose. Because different people fast for different reasons, just to suit their needs. Holiness to find purity, become closer to the Creator. So it's a multifaceted, it's a tool with multiple facilities, which can be used for various development or protection of the human. Blessed love.
Give thanks, honorable priest.
Yeah, man.
Not
Give
sure.
thanks.
Not sure if Priest Rickman is still on. So, if not, Priest Daniel, are you on still, Priest Daniel? We also have an iPhone, the person on the iPhone.
Prophet Albert.
Prophet Albert.
Yes, my lord. Him can go on, Empress.
Yes.
Prophet Albert.
Spiritual invention.
No, what does fasting and praying means to the eye? What you intend to achieve from it?
I'm on, my Lord, I see it as a balance. Because through the fast go down, it just cut and clear a lot of things. From the fast go down, the Pope for a longest time, you know. He's balling in the hospital right now. So we know it's a spiritual realm. So I just see it.
Give thanks, honorable prophet.
Can you put me on the list too, please, to speak after the leveraging them? My Lord.
Everybody, in 1 second, we have D on here. D. Unmute your mic. And plus Diana, I'm not sure. If not, I will go so that the priest can go after me. Fasting and praying, what it means to me and my expectations. My expectation is for it to detoxify my mind, my body, and my soul, so that I can move forward in righteousness and do the things, all things remain doing the things upright, all things upright. I fast and pray because specifically in these times, because I'm praying for my grandchildren who are away from me and I'm unable to keep my third eye on them. And of course, they're up there in Babylon, and just want to make sure that, you know, they are protected by a hedge of strong and mighty angels, you know, through YardSlangz, that no harm come upon them. So that's what I am doing right now in my fasting and praying. It fasts. Which priest is first? Honorable Priest Nappy? Did I call you?
No, priest Rasavana before I.
Priest
No,
Rasavana.
ma'am, I can see to the honorable priest, man. You don't know that already.
But we have
All
priest.
right.
Still have. Wait, what? 1 second. We have Priest Knuckles. We have Priest Ainsley and Priest Rasavana. Wall Street in any order you decide.
And then priest not to go through.
Oh, okay, my lord. Just to share a little history personally, you know, I think it coincides with even the Christ tradition too. It is said that the Buddha now him grew up in a time where he was a prince. And when him go to the mother and him see how them treat the poor. And it vex, how they unbalance, how you can get up every day and food that they feed and then to other people is just like pure agony. So it's like him go up on a fast, so him say, boy, him just eat a rice grain a day, you know? And all that him a do and I seek for enlightenment, accordingly, and I seek for enlightenment and I go through. And at near the brink of death, we said the voice come in and said to him, man, look, man, in all alive, eat, drink, and be merry and praise God, man. Eat, drink, and be merry. So right after that, him start eat up food. That's why them depict him as being fat now, because him start eating so much food that he get big. You know what we are doing? So that's how the fasting come shows. You know?
Yes.
The fasting come show yourself you have to have discipline over food. And you can't just go overboard all the while and all that. It's just good to nourish your body because, like I per se, I grew up with, I can't leave my house without eat something. And when I go a foundation, the first starting to I when the fasting start, and I go to the father and say, my lord, it's very difficult for I, is a man where I couldn't leave my house without I porridge or without I think in the morning, you know. Breakfast cooking with my mother or my grandmother. But we always have food before we leave go to school. And for the first week or so, it was kind of rough. But right after that, you get the balance of it and you know how to eat and what to eat and all of that. And try to limit your physical work as much as you could, which was kind of difficult nowadays because, I mean, we'd have to carry out these 4 buckets of water every morning, early, on your head before. Kind of water never that kept them time there. It was so, yeah, it was difficult, but teaching discipline, you know, and, you know, I learned a lot from this, my lord and him. Just to share the story of the Buddha, you know, my lord.
True, my lord. You come.
Priest Knuckles, Priest Ainsley,
Priest Knuckles.
Anna.
The tallest man or the shortest man? Who are the shortest man or the tallest
I
man?
want to know. I want to hear from the honorable priest Knuckles, man. Godfather. Them 3 times you're going to the captain.
Such wonderful order, eh? Personally, it's you have a way when that attack, everything you talk about truth just said, you know, natural. If you look at when time we get sick, most of the time when you're sick, you don't want to eat. For the body need that strength towards healing. So abstaining from food for a while, it cut down the physical desire that you have. And it's not just food that we are abstaining from, as Priest 7 say. Certain bad ways that we have, certain bad habits It was in a 40-day fasting that time and give up tobacco, give up fish, all of these things. So you stop for a while and the lightness where you're feeling at your temple, you know, want to go back heavy. But as Dada always tell us, say, fasting without prayer just like you starve your body. So once you take away, when you eat food and eat in a whole heap, it add to your physical being and that affect how you think. When you abstain from the food and the bad habits, it opens up your portal to magnify the prayer. And the prayer now is your portal to divine intelligence, divine consciousness. You spend more time in that. The hymn say, oh, the poor delight of a singer over that before thy throne I spend. When I kneel in prayer and redeem my God, I commune as friend with friend. So the more time you spend in a prayer is the more you get access to that divineness within yourself. So it balances out back the two things. You understand? So the man says fasting and prayer. It makes you lighter. Now in Egypt, them say to enter into the gates of Zion, your heart have to match as light as a feather. So not only your physical being have to be lighter, but your mental being. That means things like guilt, fear, anger, hate, them things they weigh you down. In a fasting and prayer, you rid the self of them, like how your body rid the self of toxin and certain things. Spiritually, you rid yourself of the negative elements, the negative mindsets that we have. You're supposed to spend much more time in prayer. Just like how we say, every day will be Baba Sabbath by and by. That means Sabbath is just teaching you how to live every day. How you should really live every day. So fasting and prayer are bring you to that memory of you being a spiritual being, how you live, even on that physical plane. My Lord and Empress. That's how it is for me personally. Blessed.
Blessed, my Lord and Empress.
You up now, priest.
Eh?
You up now.
Yeah. I will use this premise to open my reasoning. Jah did show we in the 80s, Emperor Haile Selassie resigned him throne to build back black redemption through heartache and meditation. Fasting and prayer is one of the tools what we use to bring back that heartache and meditation. So it's a personal growth, you know, first and foremost, a discipline with the desire to improve yourself and to be master over your passions. So if we address it, when we address it personally like that, when we come together in the collective, we have less stress to deal with because we have all analyzed ourselves, and in the meditation of self-improvement, we have all improved ourselves. We see Honorable Priest self-study about the decorum, wherein it's not just, it's a whole lifestyle, you know, where we approach things calmly. It doesn't mean that problems won't come, but we approach it more calmly. The fasting and prayer give we are more keener insight of our own self. So hence, coming together should be more easier to do because we are coming together as a more purified and refined people. And as the Honorable Priest said, we seal it up with the resurrection, wherein after doing it all these years and with this kind of meditation, we're supposed to be, you know, very in tune and refined within ourselves. Because I have a saying when I say,
the Black Christ salvation address all aspects of humanity. You know, see, I mean to say, we eat royal, we go to the toilet royal. You know, see, all aspects of humanity. That kingly and queenly approach to the whole in life. And the fasting and prayer is a tool in achieving this meditation. And that's how I look at it. Majesty bless.
Yeah, through the chair.
My lord.
Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, man. Beautiful reasoning, and to say all of I and I kind of up on the same page because we've been doing this for a while. So we kind of have shared what I'm called shared experience. You know, for I, on the personal level, fasting gives I strength. Prayer helps to bring clarity to I, man. I am a thinker. My brain kind of run hot more time. And the fasting and prayer kind of slow down that kind of constant thinking and kind of focus it for I. So it's a time when I am more focused, I find in my life. See? Now for I again, one of the main assets of it that I learned in the camp environment, you know, is fasting and prayer, apart from having a personal experience and a personal benefit, it is also an order. And within the order, meaning that the set order is for the congregation, the membership, and within that set order, fasting is a time that bonds us closer together. It's a time that unifies us, or supposed to unify us, bring us closer together because we are on that one journey. No matter which other time throughout the year and throughout moments, yes, we have times of oneness, but during fasting, it extends that time of oneness because we are on that one order. Now, to cap off my reasoning, being that we are on fasting right now, and we are in the year of reparatory justice, it would be fitting that we focus our energy in that sense as a united body, where we would focus our energy towards manifesting our justice that we've been seeking for so long. So as a tool of defense, a tool of purification, you know, and a tool of strength, yeah, we can create a force within our oneness of meditation and channel that force towards our reparations, our restorative justice, you know, what we seek in this year as the African Union, meaning the African continent, and the diaspora have united to put their energy together and focus on this year being the year of reparations. Blessed Lord.
My Lord.
Through the
So,
chair.
Honorable Praise.
Yeah, someone mentioned the word resurrection, and I wanted to just finish a point on that also.
Yes.
That during the Lent season, that I teach us Good Friday is Resurrection Day. So having gone through the fast of putting down the desires and the wants of the flesh as like a crucifixion, Resurrection Day will come out brand new, a new creation, you know, after the
Brand new
fasting.
man.
Higher meditation. And but anyone I do the fasting proper, you know you feel the lightness when time they let down. They feel different, renewed, you know. I just wanted to add that to it that for Lent, ending on resurrection day, spiritual and temporal resurrection, you know, where the Father teaches us. My Lord and Empress, blessed.
My lad, so I like how you put over the resurrection priest, because we don't want that narrative what we have amongst us about the crucified Jah on Mother Lily White Bridge. You know, some people take it real, tangible, you know, and we want to dispute them kind of meditation, this so, you know, because it not go so. As the honorable priest say, the resurrection is an analogy, and that's how we want even the younger brethren them to take it, you know, a reality check, not as the so-called Christians them. Even with the how we didn't explain the 7th of January, as much as we say Ethiopian Christ must be celebrated, the concept that they have and our concept is two different things, you know. So I just wanted to put that in the mix. And anyone could the floor is open right now, my lad, before we move on to the next.
To the chair.
Yes, Empress.
It is now 3:05, and we should do that.
I ain't hearing you.
No, I'm just looking at the time that was allotted, so I'm just saying,
Yeah.
whenever you're ready to move on.
Okay. All right. The floor is open. Any comments? Any points? What? Moving forward.
Blessed love.
Blessed love, Honorable Empress Lily May.
Yes, they crucified Christ on a Tuesday and he rose on the Friday. That's why it's called Good Friday. And Babylon have said that they crucify him on a Friday, but you couldn't crucify a good man on a Friday and call it a good day, you know? So we call it Black Tuesday, and we don't go to road
Right.
on Black. We stay in the yard.
We need any Empress.
I said, my Lord, that they crucified you on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we get that one there.
Yes, and even up to the day now, they hang man on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tuesday
and on
down.
we don't go a road in the yard. We don't go a road on Black Tuesday.
Okay.
And you couldn't crucify a good man on a Friday and call it a good day. That's how they have it. That's how the Bible and them have it, you know.
Yes.
We know say Good Friday is when the man rise to keep his Sabbath, you know.
Rastafari.
Peace and love.
Majesty.
To the chair.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we have a right to create our doctrine, you know, and our rhetoric. That's why, you know, the rhetoric or the dogma about the Mother White Bridge is just once taking it out of context, you know. That is something that came up during a time and expressed a moment. But once I've taken it and turned it into something biblical and even want to make it a factual history and all of those things, that is what these things do to us. We have to take the message from the stories that we are reading now. It doesn't matter in reality, in our present time and moment. It doesn't matter whether it was factual or not factual. It's the message that matters to us. And the message from these things are always pointing us to a better direction of ourselves.
To the chair.
See? And if we look at things like that, then we will not run into a lot of the misconceptions that we pass on throughout time. You know, because each of these biblical stories, they have a message behind them. You know, it's the literalizing, just like how we literalize and demonize the snake. And a lot of ones literally look at the snake as being something to fear on that level, and not as a creature created by the same creator for a purpose like all other creatures. So I'm just saying, let us be rational in how we view the stories from our Bible and not be so literal. You know, let's embrace the message. You know, that the message is the key to everything. That's why we keep history, you know, so we can go forward and reflect on the history of it, yes, but the message that history shares with us, my Lord.
And I have a priest knuckles.
Yes, through the chair, my Lord. I had a personal history with the Father with that, you know, because I did ask this thing. That I say he had a vision that he was hung a Mother White Bridge.
Okay.
If I tell no one say he was crucified, not go so. See? Man say he had a vision. Now, the Father tell us that they make the book symbolic. So you don't have to take everything literal like that.
Right.
The crucifixion is what the oppressors have done to the Spirit of God in the earth. The resurrection is coming back. The man said, bring us back to the remembrance of who we are. So the resurrection is coming back into the God of yourself, the God within, becoming divine God that we are from creation. It's been crucified and mashed down, and we have to struggle to get back that knowledge and attain back onto that height of level of meditation. We give thanks to the Black Christ to come teach us of God in flesh, so we can see back ourselves and not look for God outside ourselves in another man. For the thing where Dada always say, one problem in my with some of the Rasta man in my road, and we find that amongst yourself now as Bobo, whole heap too, is that them glorify the God in our Haile Selassie, but them leave themselves out of the concept of God, out of the construct of God. And that the man come to teach you back. Why him say, greater God in you, you know? So we have to see the resurrection, as we say, as bringing back ourselves as we was from beginning. And each time that we go through this length, we become more godly, more divine in ourselves, more greater understanding, a higher liberty, a higher consciousness, till we get to that point. My Lord and Empress, blessed.
And quickly through the chair, I just want to give 1 point with it. Mother White Bridge. Mother White Bridge, why it is so relevant. You know, it's not just why just vision Mother White Bridge. Why? There's a history to Mother White Bridge family. That era was the era. It had some farm of tree there. I don't know if it was a cotton tree, whatever it had there. But them used to hold slave sales and what them call courtyard underneath that tree right at that bridge there. So that bridge have a symbol. So there's a history. A man just now build a folklore around it now to go with that old foot.
It was through the chair. It was a place. Remember, it's not far from the sea, you know. The sea did closer up at that time. So that's how they ship them and the selling of the slave and all of that. And when time a man wouldn't submit to them wickedness, them hang a same place. So kill the good man, so them hang the good man. You see it? So the vision they just give of that place. Now nothing to do enough on the cross and nothing like that, my lord. You know?
So,
you see it?
At them time of clearance, we want to get the younger man them because have someone take it real literal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
that's the one we about doing that, my lord. The man said they make the Bible symbolic. It's 80% facts and truth in it and 20% myth, you know? So you have to be careful where you hold on and say that are the truth, you know? My Lord and Empress, blessed.
Royal Chair.
And I have a priest Earl, my Lord.
I want to add a little thing too. The Mother White Bridge also.
Yes.
As the honorable priest say, them unalive, disobedient individual them there and sodomize them also, right? Yeah,
Okay.
to break them, to slave them, and you find say you have the cemetery where you call the Golgotha, the skull place there, the Calvary Cemetery. So you have a cemetery come right down from up the cemetery, that area, what them call name jungle now, right? So you have the cemetery come right down. So all of those places was cemetery. So even building those scheme, right? The bulldozer was building down some bulldozer and some old grave. So when them turn it, the skull and the bone come out to build the jungle, where you call jungle Rima and all of those places, because you have a Calvary cemetery right there. So those scheme built up on a cemetery land. Yes, one perfect love.
My lad. So
And then you have the Maypen right across the road also. So it's just a cemetery area, The Maypen Cemetery, the Calvary Cemetery, and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Through the chair.
Yes, my
Yeah, man. Through the chair.
Honorable Priest Adva.
Yeah, man. Natural priest. As I was saying, also even the back wall, that even place there where them call the market is also on a cemetery, Yeah, blessed love.
My lad.
Through the chair.
Prophet Star and then priest as well.
Okay.
Rastafari.
Prophet Jeffrey.
My lord, honorable. I want to ask a question still. See?
Freedom.
All right, give thanks. There's a saying that when I and I reach to Africa, we're going to throw away the Bible. Right? I heard a voice note the other day. Someone sent me a voice note the other day from one of our brethren in Africa. And basically he was saying that you have some Rasta from the diaspora, coming into Africa where they're trying to come and Christianize us with their Bible, and we as Rasta in the continent, we're not in a Bible thing. So when I heard that, it bring me forward to this saying that I normally hear in the Congress, that Prince Emmanuel said when we reach Africa, we're going to throw away the Bible. Now, the Bible is already in Africa. There are Bobo Shanti churches in Africa using the Bible same way. So I'm wondering, I want to know when we dash the Bible. When is it?
Whoa. Whoa. Yes, sir. This is the question of all questions now coming on the table. I'm sorry, family. Honorable Chair.
My lad. Prophet Jeffrey, that word song come from South Africa. The voice note.
The voice note come from out of Africa. Yes, I don't know exactly where, but yeah, out of Africa.
I did hear. I hear a brethren talk about that. What you call himself Tan. He has wear a turban in South Africa. I know the item was familiar with that. Priest Doug, you are familiar with him? I think I hear him talk like that.
Toto. Name Toto.
Yeah.
And him was on a couple committees together. So yeah, I know Toto very well. But beyond that, this whole fullness right here is like chickens coming home to roost, as the saying goes. Now, We preach these cultures. We have all of these cultures and sayings among us, but we have never really taken them serious and looked at them on a realistic way, valuing them in their reality. Now, I come here, it is a saying, and it is a saying that come through our Father. When we're going up the Nile, we have a throw with the Bible. Now, what did he mean? Is the question, is a powerhouse question you ask now, Prophet Jeff. It's a powerhouse question that needs to be discussed, but that's like a discussion to itself, because that alone can take me all day to go into, and really talk it
Till
down.
7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, I would have loved to ask the question upon an earlier moment, but it's a vital question. A vital question. You understand? Now, we are a spiritual people. That is what. Let me take the liberty and ask the ancestors and the elders to speak on their behalf at this moment. We are a spiritual people. We have tools that we are using to help us to get forward to that spiritual consciousness. It's like I used to hear certain elders say that you become the Bible.
Yes.
That you have elders that they have become the Bible. See, our liberty becomes so second nature. That liberty that we exemplify from the book, from the Bible. It becomes a second nature. That is how it's supposed to be with I and I, especially as priests, where our nature becomes so Christ-like that the same way Christ created that Bible from his liberty is the same way we now become that creation. So when we're going up the Nile, we are supposed to be at that height that when we touch the land, we don't need the Bible to teach. We're supposed to be able to just open our mouth and start to reason, and the crowd gather. And we speak from our heart the words that Christ, the Black Christ, put in us to share. That is the salvation. And that is the training that I am speaking from a personal understanding, my little personal understanding. That is where that whole fullness is coming from, where our liberty reached such a level that now we can do that. We can put aside certain things. Just like when we reach to the level where we start to write our hymns again, writing from our heart, the way we feel, how we want to express our love for our God and for ourselves, and to state our story in the manner that we feel the passion to state it. Anytime we get to that point and we can do that, we're getting to that part where we can now say, yeah, we have become. That's it.
The floor is open, my Lord and Majesty.
I would like to speak, Chair, if I think Aswat Aswat's hand is up. Yes. Yes, thank you.
To the chair.
My Lord.
I am going straight to the point. A lot of things we hear, and they are not truth. We consider them brainwashing, indoctrination, lies, and false advertising. For a better word, propaganda information is especially a biased or misleading nature used to promote a political cause or shift a point of view. Propaganda is used to promote a particular agenda or a point of a view. The goal of propaganda can vary, but the common goals include shaping people's opinion, convincing them to support a particular cause, and encourage them to behave a certain way. They use tactics such as name calling, bandwagoning, and other things to sway their audience towards and against particular beliefs, using false and misleading statistics for common propaganda technique. Truth is the property of God. Truth and right is being in accordance with the fact or reality of everyday language. Truth is typically ascribing to the things that aim to represent reality or otherwise correspond to it, such as beliefs, propositions, declarative sentences. Truth is usually held to be the opposite of falsehood. It is often used to emphasize truthfulness of the statement, stressing that what is being said is truth and honest. So we must investigate and interrogate certain things, because Dada also told me the preaching of the gospel shouldn't be done, but everything we do, think, say, and hope for is within our understanding. So we have to deal with the thing to the root cause of it and get the benefits, and we come up with certain things that are not too beneficial to us, but everything is beneficial because we have to talk about everything, because there's underlying conditions and it will spread virus in our heads and cause division. It's about unity. So propaganda is the point when people bringing up topics about white liberation, all these kind of things I don't even see existing, a negativity. Let's stay on a positive tip, my Lord and Majesty, and eradicate propaganda, my Lord and Majesty.
To the chair, Priest Ainsley.
Yes, sir.
Who's next?
Because the topic that was placed just now is a vast and wide topic,
Right.
and that is going to take up a lot of time. Could we go through with the rest of the agenda? Ask everyone to write their questions or thoughts down. Go through with the rest of the agenda, and then when we have time, we come forward to, because that question should probably be a whole meeting by itself. Give thanks.
Give thanks for the time management, meditation, press, and yes, we will do exactly what you're saying there. So,
Honorable
the next, Majesty.
Yeah, I could say one thing. It's Imperial
Okay, my lord. Briefly.
Imperial Majesty says that the Bible is a rallying point for human.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. We hear you proper.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
You can hear me clear?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
His Imperial Majesty saying that the Bible will be the rallying point for all humanity. My Lord and Empress, blessed Lord.
My Lord.
Okay,
So as we
please,
say,
let's write everything down on your papers, because I know somebody else is going to have something else to add to
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
then let us come forward to it again, but
Yes.
let us do our agenda.
yes.
We do an
And
agenda.
we, you know, yes, because we are not time management thing.
Yes,
And
and welcome, Honorable Priest Isaac. Give thanks.
yes.
Yeah, Priest, I'm
So,
go into the top version.
state of Bobo affairs. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Addressing the current situation, addressing transition services, effectuating changes that advances progress, defining growth and longevity.
And to the chair.
Longevity.
And
yes, Empress.
Longevity.
Longevity, my lord.
And let us think of solutions, not only always the negative, which the negative will come out, but let us also focus or balance the positive with the negative, if we can. That's why we said effectuating change.
Right, so give thanks for the direction and guidance of the Honorable Tech and the executive at large to say it's not a bashing thing. We all are aware of, you know, a lot of the shortcomings and disappointments. So we not really come to express that, and we don't know. So we want to challenge ourselves to our thoughts, our presentation must be bridges instead of walls. You know? So
Sure.
with that in mind, freedom, honorable priest. Go ahead.
Yes, honorable family, I would like to lead off in this conversation here at this point as we address the reality that is facing us. Reason why I am asking for permission to lead off is I know that a lot of times I am a broken record about this subject here, but it keeps reoccurring and proving the point. You know, it has been brought to I and I don't know how to frame it. This disaster, this heinous, wanton, senseless killing of our brother, someone that is known by us, close to us. And just the word that I say, brother, exemplifies who he is, the Honorable Priest Power. Now, this is a virgin that I know very well. He was there during the latter days of the father. So we interacted. As a matter of fact, he was a person that the father sent a lot to call me throughout the camp. So I knew that's how I have him in fond memory. I'm always come knock on a door wherever I am. The father called me. See, now, speaking to one of his close brothers this morning, finding out what really took place and all of this. It is disheartening to hear the full story. It is unjust how it happened. It don't make no sense. There has to be bits and pieces that need to fill out the full gap of what really has happened. Now another priest, honorable priest, asked Priest Power for some tea, some bitters. See, coming up and then the priest wanted to do what we are doing, detoxing our body and get himself in tune. Priest Power check a brethren up at the hill. Must be to collect some, gather some bitters bush. Priest Power have not been to the camp in many years now. You know, it's not like a man that frequent that area that has been there in any short order. So the fact of what happened, these young brethren wouldn't even know him. Someone had to point him out, say something, bring him attention to them for what got on. See, in going to the camp to collect the herbs, he was accompanied by another priest. According to the story now, that priest has run away because they told him to go, and while he was leaving, he heard 2 shots. And he just ran and he never stopped at Bobo Hill. He just left, vacated. No one knows where he's at this moment. And that is the sum total of the story. They shot the priest. To understand why, we don't. Because like I said, the priest he does not live in that area. He has not been in that area for a very long time. So he and those brethren could not have had anything. They are younger brethren, younger youths that have come up in the area, seeing basically after his era. So even if they had glimpsed him somewhere, he and them would not have had any reason to have a confrontation. And there is no story being told or history of him having a confrontation with them. Now there is stories being told that he has some sons that are thug-like. And that's where the fullness might lie when you get to the bottom of the story. But with all of that, I don't even care about all of that. I just know, say, the priest up in him elder age, living out in golden days, don't deserve this, what has happened, and where it has happened, how it has happened, and the silence of everyone that is there, again, just like in pre-sedley days where you can't get a word, the word had to come from other sources to get a picture of what has happened. So that is the story as it stands. You know, it is for the Congress now to look at what we are calling headquarters, to where we are pointing people to as headquarters, to where we are empowering as headquarters. And if we are going to have an headquarters there has to be some real drastic measures done. And I don't even see how the fullness of that will go, but yeah, it is for the family to discuss right now. We are in that crisis. This is a track record now, not once, not twice. Family, blessed Lord.
Blessed. One question. Prophet Jeffrey, are you live streaming today? And I have a Prophet Jeffries.
Blessed love.
My Lord.
You
Are you live streaming today?
Yes, Honorable. Yes,
I don't think we should really get into that. What do I them think on the live stream like that? Damn sort of information there. What do I them think, my Lord and Empress? That just come to my mind.
Well, I have to do.
Yeah, I
Honorable
agree.
Chair. Royal Chair.
Bless. Yes,
all I have to do is wise what you are saying, but something is reaching us and the brethren them on the foundation. It's not willfully, they are willfully not saying anything, but they are scared. And sometimes they don't know who to trust. Because sometimes they go say something now with a turban man, and he is a system dog with care back words. So some of the time you're not getting any words, right? Man are scared to talk, or him don't even trust him not a turban broken, because what is going on the ground, you don't even know who to trust. Let's say.
To the chair, what is the solution? Let us talk solution. We don't have to get into the details of any further. We give an overview of what has happened, which it is news out there that is there. So it's not, but our thing is, what is the solution? How do we deal with this? How do we as a group, as a family, as a movement, as priests and empresses of the royal nation world kingdom deal with a situation that has now gotten out of hand?
To the chair, my lord.
Go ahead, and I repeat that.
To the chair, I don't think if it's a live stream and we should be discussing certain things of this matter on a live stream. This is my opinion.
My Lord. Rest of the panel, where they them thing. And I will priest Isaac, give thanks for your presence, my Lord.
To the chair, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Yes. If it on a live stream, I don't think we should live stream it presently, trying to come up with a solution and to solve the matter. Because this is a fear amongst I, within I association, my Lord. So totally, personally, Emmanuel and I know say we shouldn't live stream this present moment, my Lord and Empress.
My Lord, give thanks.
Thank you kindly, Honorable. Ijahstars. Thank you kindly.
Yes, Empress.
Yes, no, I was just in agreement with the priest that I feel as well, certain things, should not be for the world to hear, right? We don't necessarily need to heal certain things and address certain things amongst those